Peeps, we've gone live about a minute early just because Joseph Parker versus Jack Massey is just about to get going. So I thought, you know what? We're not going to waste no time here. Let's just do this. Let's go live now because this is one of the fights I wanted to see. I'm going to get into all of your questions in a minute. Loads of you have already left comments. Thirsty, thank you so much for all jumping on the live. I expect to get very busy very, very soon. So it's good that you guys are the early comers to the live. First round here between Joseph Parker and Jack Massey. Joseph Parker started really, really fast. A lot lighter than he was against Joe Joyce. But, and I said this, man, he's coming off a beating. He's coming off a beating. Let's see what's left with Joseph Parker. I think there's a lot left. I mean, I love the link up with Andy Lee. But again, you can't take too many fights like he did against Joe Joyce. I will say this, though, about Jack Massey. Obviously, he's come in a bit lighter, or a lot lighter, really, than Joseph Parker. You wouldn't look at him. I'm looking at his physique. You don't look at him and think this is a cruiserweight coming up. He just looks like a heavyweight, if I'm honest with you. I think he weighed in yesterday 214, probably ring right now 220. I mean, that's heavier than Deontay Wilder. Do you know what I mean? So he's not exactly small. Joseph Parker trying to go to the body. What I don't want to see from Joseph Parker is him revert back to the kind of performances we got against Junior Farr. Referee just bring them in saying, look what's going on, because it has been a bit messy. 1 minute 30 left of round number one. This is an opponent. If Joseph Parker really wants to be considered an elite heavyweight still, so top 15, he needs to get rid of Jack Massey. Well, Jack Massey lands a nice little overhand right there, which I think wobbled the legs of Parker a little bit, stung him. Interesting. I did say this. I said this on, I think, a video yesterday that beating Joseph Parker took, I think it's a quick return. It's a quick return. Everyone I've spoken to has said it's a quick return. Sometimes it's good, right? Get in there, go straight away. But sometimes you need the body to rest a little bit. 50 seconds left of round number one. I mean, look, it's all been Joseph Parker on the front foot, but I mean, nice body shot there from Joseph Parker. But Jack Massey's probably scored the best punch of the round, but it's not enough to steal the round. But he would have taken a lot from that right hand. Joseph Parker stalking Jack Massey, looking sharp and lean. This is the thing with Joseph Parker as well. Normally, he's the faster in the ring when he fights these big lumps, these big heavyweights. Jack Massey's faster than him. Joseph Parker landed good there. 1, 2, clean. Up and down. Dig into the body of Jack Massey. Have they seen something in camp? Do they know that Jack Massey doesn't like it to the body? Because that's clearly a ploy they've used. Good body shots, though. Good body shots. Joseph Parker circling, having a look. Jack Massey on the back foot. Good round. I mean, if you're Jack Massey, good round. A few of you said, Addy, you're about 20 seconds behind. Yeah, you're going to be, unfortunately. Because you're watching my live stream and I'm watching it on my phone, there's going to be that delay from there to there to there to there. So it's going to be about 20 seconds, unfortunately. What I need to do going forward, something I was trying to do today, what I need to do is get a timer up on the screen so you guys know exactly where I am. But yeah, we'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted. First live of the year. We'll get it sorted. I expect this to be a very busy live as well very soon. I will read out all of these questions. I can see so many have come in. We'll read them out once we get to the end of this fight as we build up to the next one. Can't lie, the AO Arena looks fantastic. I mean, look, the O2 Arena is still my best arena, but this is definitely second. Definitely. And it's almost become between those two, right, for all the big boxing events now. Obviously, you get like the Nottingham Arena and the Echo Arena, but the AO Arena and the O2 Arena, fantastic. All right, second round. Jack Massey literally jumped off his stool, ran out, but it's almost a bit like the first round. He's retreated to fighting on the back foot. Joseph Parker trying to stalk him. Joseph Parker can't just follow him in straight lines as he's doing. He's got to cut the ring off. Another nice little right hand there from Jack Massey. Joseph Parker's got to cut the ring off because he's allowing Massey to find exits. And there's no point then, if you're allowing Massey to find exits, there's no point in just running straight at him. He's got to come from side to side, Joseph Parker. Right now, it's a bit predictable. Missed with a big hook there. I think he's finding out that Jack Massey's pretty fast on his feet. Pretty fast. But again, like I said at the top, if you're Joseph Parker, this is a fight. For me, you have to win, and you have to win good. Because when this fight was announced, I was like, what is this? Why is Joseph Parker going down this low? So this is the fight he has to look good in. And I think he will catch up with Jack Massey. Jesus Christ, Joseph Parker tried to swing and take his head off. It missed again. But Joseph Parker is throwing with mean intentions, which is all well and good for the first 4 or 5 rounds. But if those things don't collide with something, you're going to gas out. You're going to gas out a lot. But Joseph Parker is a lot lighter on his feet. He's a lot lighter on the scale. So hopefully his engine's a bit better than it was against Joe Joyce. Jack Massey on the back foot. He's got that right hand cock, Jack Massey there, ready to unleash it. Joseph Parker felt one in the first round. So Joseph Parker's not wanting to engage as much as we're seeing, because I think he felt that first right hand. Jack Massey landed a couple of big hooks as Joseph Parker came in. I think Jack Massey's got respectable power here. I think he's got like a 50% knockout record. And I think that's quite respectable. Again, guys, I promise I will go into the chat and read some of the comments as soon as we get this fight over and done with. We jumped on 5 minutes early just because the fight had started. Joseph Parker here against Jack Massey. Obviously, Joseph Parker, former world champion. Jack Massey, though, former IBO cruiserweight champion, just one defeat. That was to Richard Riakporhe. No shame in that. So it's not like he's a scrub. He can obviously box. But Joseph Parker really trying to load up here. Jack Massey has got to be careful. He's getting a bit too comfortable sitting on the ropes and just fighting on the back foot. I understand why he's doing it, but you got to show the judges something. You're not going to steal the rounds by fighting this way. Good jab from Jack Massey. Razor-like jab. Jack Massey, yeah, I've just realized who he reminds me of his hands. With his hands, the way in which he throws his jab. George Groves. There's a bit of George Groves there. Not as fast, but he's quite sharp with his jab. And the round 2 there. Both rounds, Joseph Parker. Not easy rounds, though, from Joseph. Not easy. A couple of you are asking for my predictions for the main event. I see Oscar Buglis here. We are going to read them all, I promise. But I just saw this one. Oscar Buglis is saying he thinks Chris absolutely smashes Liam. Could happen. Could happen. I think it goes one way. Chris either stops Liam early just because he's very relentless, or the other way. And I think it's more likely this way, where it goes very close, like a majority decision, split decision to either man. So I don't think Liam gets rid of Chris early, but I can see Chris getting rid of Liam early. They're showing pictures now of Chris coming in, Kugan Cassius behind him, Roy Jones there, a good friend of mine, Napa, with him, showing Liam Smith here. You know what I love about Liam Smith? It's his team, the brothers. To know you're going to fight and you've got 3 brothers, Stephen, Paul, Callum, all going with you. You know you've got people going to war with you that have been there before, been there and done it. All right, here we go. Round 3. Joseph Parker versus Jack Massey. Again, it's a fight that I thought Joseph Parker will not enjoy, but like the fact that he's fighting someone below his level, that he can try different things on. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Joseph Parker again, the one that's stalking, having a look. Jack Massey, as he did in the first 2 rounds, fighting on the back foot. But I'd say this though, Joseph Parker struggling with movement of Jack Massey. Although he's fighting on the back foot, he's constantly moving. And as I said before, Joseph Parker's stalking him rather than cutting the ring off. Andy Lee's got to have a word of him. Good body shot though from Joseph Parker. Really good body shot. Maybe what they're trying to do with that body attack is slow the legs down of Jack Massey. Remember, Jack's put a lot of weight on to get to this heavyweight division. So he won't be that used to carrying that much weight. Not the first time he's fought a heavyweight, but it's the first time he's been this heavy. So, yeah, maybe that's a plan. Let's slow him down a bit. Let him feel these body shots and let's sink him in the second half of the fight. A couple of super chats have come through as well. We'll read those. Really appreciate the super chats. Thank you very much. Oh, big right hand from Joseph Parker. Although Jack Massey had his guard up, it went through the guard. Big right hand. Jack Massey would have felt that. Joseph Parker can punch. He's a big puncher. He would have felt that. Jack Massey's never been in with anyone that can punch like Joseph Parker, not Richard Riakporhe, not no one. So he's going to feel these punches. I think Joseph's just trying to work out what Jack's doing, the speed of Jack. They would have had cruiserweight sparring, maybe even light heavyweight sparring, just to kind of get used to speed. Nice little jab there from Jack Massey. I think Jack's starting to feel these punches. His face already looks red. He's really starting to feel them. Because Joseph Parker, I'm not joking, is winging in. Like every time he gets in close, it's wham, wham. He's putting a lot of effort into these punches. 45 seconds left of round number 3. This is a Joseph Parker fight. Like Joseph Parker's won all 3 rounds, but Jack's had some decent spots here. Joseph Parker. Oh, nice jab, sharp jab, ramrod jab there from Jack Massey. You understand why I made the George Rose comparison, because George probably had the best jab in the business. But yeah, very, very good jab. Oh, Joseph Parker up close, landing big shots, spiteful. Nothing clean though. He's not tagged Jack Massey yet. Jack's tagged him. He tagged him in the first round. Nothing super clean from Joseph Parker. Don't get me wrong, he's landing the shots. He's winning the rounds, but he hasn't really hurt Jack Massey with anything or landed anything clean yet. You always feel like when he does, it will hurt Jack. End of round 3. All right, a couple of super chats that have come in. JD_05. Again, appreciate all the super chats, people. Thank you very much. We will go into the comment section and read all the comments once this fight's over. How far away is Riakporhe from those big fights, and what next for Lyndon Arthur? It was supposed to be Callum Smith for Lyndon Arthur. I'm not quite sure what happened. Is my screen jumping? It feels like my screen's jumping a little bit. We'll sort that out. It was supposed to be Callum Smith for Lyndon Arthur. That isn't happening. I'm not quite sure what they do with Lyndon Arthur next. I wouldn't mind seeing Dan Aziz. Dan Aziz is there or thereabouts, right? I think that's a good fight. And then the winner of that goes to a world level fight or a fringe world level fight. Richard Riakporhe, how far away is he's not far away at all. In fact, he's right there. Tyson Fury in the crowd. In fact, he's right there. It gets past Glowacki. I spoke to Richard Riakporhe on, when did I speak to him? Thursday, and he says he wants a Coley. He says that's what he wants. He wants a Coley next. So Richard Riakporhe wants the big fights, wants the big smoke. All right, here we go. Round number 4. For me, all 3 rounds so far to Joseph Parker. Not been easy work. But I think he's starting to get to Jack Massey just a little bit. I think Jack's starting to slow down a bit, feeling the pace. And it is a pace that Joseph Parker's setting as well. Remember, Joseph Parker, I mean, he's one of the heavyweights that really does set a pace. I want to check my internet, guys. I feel like my thing's flashing a little bit, my screen. I don't know if it's the connection with my mic. My camera might have to go and check it out once this round ends. Jack Massey on the ropes. He's got to get off the ropes, Jack Massey. Nice little uppercut there from Joseph Parker. Jack Massey has to stay off the ropes. And look, it's not easier said than done, right? He's going to be feeling this pace, but he can't stay off on the ropes. It's just a sitting duck. They get into the middle tangle. Is the referee going to break him? Is the referee going to break him? What's the waiting for? The referee breaks him. Joseph Parker back on it immediately, stalking Jack Massey. Tries to go to the body. Jack Massey, for the first time, kind of put his hands down there, like he needs a big, deeper breath, big gulp of breath. Joseph Parker, nice right hand, tried to almost spear through the guard there of Jack Massey. Jack Massey just avoided it. Nice little hook on the exit there from Joseph Parker, just missed. But you can see what he's trying to do. It's an interesting fight, this one, you know. It's not an easy fight. Nice little right hand there from Jack Massey. I think Joseph Parker just avoided it. Nice body shot from Jack Massey as well. He's still in this fight. Still in this fight. It's a good round for Jack Massey. Good round. 1 minute 16 left on the round. It's been a decent round for him. I don't know if it's enough to win the round, but it's a good round. Nice right hand to the body from Joseph Parker. I mean, you must be feeling these body shots now. You must be. Because Joseph Parker is not just touching the body. He's really stinging. He's landing some big shots, stinging the body. Joseph Parker, as he's done for the first 3 rounds and all of this round, just stalking. He's still, though, and I'll say this, and what are we? Pretty much coming up to round number 5 there. He hasn't really landed anything clean yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's landed some stuff, but nothing clean. And he'd be, oh, just as I said, that he lands a clean right hook. That one landed. Bang, body shot as well. Jack Massey isn't going to be able to take these punches for that much longer. I'm telling you, they'll be having its effect. Joseph Parker, as I said, is a big puncher. Not the biggest, but for Jack Massey, he'll be feeling like he's in there with Deontay Wilder with these punches. I'm telling you, Joseph Parker can hit a bit. He's a lot more aggressive as well, Joseph Parker, under Andy Lee. That's one thing Andy's put into him. I remember watching Joseph Parker against Junior Farr, and it was such a lackluster performance. Since then, he's been aggressive. End of round number 4. All right, let's a couple of super chats have come in. Let's quickly read them. Appreciate it. Quinn 40, yo, I'm here as promised. I'm sure you said you'd get a timer on screen, your first ever live. So difficult. Showing Jamie Carragher has just come in, giving Liam Smith a pat on the back. This fight, a lot of people are here for this fight, you know. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Liam Smith looks very, very comfortable, like very relaxed. Again, I think this goes back to the fact that he's surrounded by people he knows. Even his coach, Joe McNally, they've known each other for a long, long time. Grew up with each other as kids. So he's around a lot of good people. They're just showing the Joseph Parker right hand there. Good right hand. Bang. Big right hand there. Another super chat, Lone Wolf Boxing. If Yard pulled off the upset against Beterbiev, would you rather see the Bivol versus Yard or the Canelo rematch? Oh, Canelo, Bivol all day. If Yard pulled off the upset, there will be a rematch clause put in, so he'll fight Beterbiev again. And if not, I'd rather see Yard Glowacki. I keep on saying that one, don't I? Yard Glowacki. All right, 5th round. David, whose scorecards that? Viewers' scorecard have all the rounds as I have to Parker. Not saying that Jack Massey's not doing well, but Parker's winning all these rounds. Wow, I just realized there's 450 of you in the live already. We've only been on 15, 20 minutes. It's good. It's going to be a good night. Oh, nice little left hook there from Jack Massey. Jack Massey's a nice little boxer, you know. I haven't followed his career much at all. After I only knew about him because of the Riakporhe fight. He's a decent fighter. Decent fighter. It's weird how big he is for a cruiserweight. Nice little right hand as well from Jack Massey. It didn't put too much into that right hand. It's almost like he was scared to go fully into it because he would have committed and then he would have been open. So he kind of just, it was almost like a right hand jab, really. Didn't really have anything on it, but it got to Joseph Parker. We've gone back to a good jab from Massey. We've gone back to Joseph Parker stalking. They tie up, Joseph Parker lands to the body. There's almost like this repetitive sort of thing going on throughout each round. Joseph Parker either needs to turn it up a little bit or Jack Massey needs to be a bit more aggressive. They both share jabs there. Nice little jab as well. Jack Massey's jab is better than Joseph Parker's jab. It's faster. I don't know if it's more powerful, but it's definitely faster and sharper. It's a good weapon. Very, very good weapon. I'd like to see him go back to cruiserweight. I wonder if he can now, though. I'm not quite sure. You don't want to cut that weight once you've made that jump to heavyweight, do you? Joseph Parker just having a look. Got his guard up, having a look. This will start to frustrate Joseph Parker just because, oh, nice little 1-2. Big shots. Nice little body as well. Nice little kind of cuffing shot to the body. Yeah, this will start to frustrate him just because he's going to want to get him out of there. He's going to want to get him out of there. He's going to want to show that he's still a very good heavyweight, an elite heavyweight. He's going to want to get him out of there, impress everyone, and then call out a big name. The longer this goes on, the more it will frustrate him, and then he might start risking stuff and could get caught. The ref having a word of Joseph Parker here is kind of called them. Joseph Parker, who's very polite, is almost like, what's up, ref? Why are you having a word with me? Now he's having a word of Jack Massey as well. Telling Jack Massey to watch the elbows. Haven't really seen anything that I would say, you know, this is a dirty fight. It's been pretty well boxed by both. Last 30 seconds. Oh, nice little right hand from Jack Massey. Could Jack have nicked this round? If I'm going to give him a round, it probably is this one, unless Joseph can do something noteworthy in the last 30 seconds here. But Jack might nick this round, you know. As I said, it might become very frustrating for Joseph. Big right hand there. I think Jack Massey kind of avoided it, moved off the rope. But nice little right hand. Swing and a miss from Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is throwing like he fucking in the Yankee Stadium about to take a strike. He is literally throwing everything into these punches. And around 5, I'm going to give Jack that round. 4-1. 4-1. All right. Let me see if I can quickly go to the top. This one was sent in. What time was this one? 7 o'clock. Bill Murphy, either Eubank Jr. by knockout or decision, 9-3 at best for Liam. Putting it out there to get laughed at if it's wrong. Have a nice evening, everyone. It can never be wrong. You can do, all you gotta do what you gotta do. Shin Davis says, I'm ready for this, so am I, Shin. So am I. Hot Video says, yeah, great fight. Who have you got winning? Gun to the head, I'll say Eubank, but with no confidence at all. With no confidence. St. Quintas says, yeah, we needed a decent night of boxing since the Ben BS. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'll talk about Ben on the Sunday session live tomorrow. Quite a few more developments. Another one quickly before we start round number 6. Liam Smith is the best opponent Eubank has faced since Billy Joe and Groves. Let's hope it's a good one. Yeah, probably is the best opponent, if I'm honest with you. All right, here we go. Round number 6. Joseph Parker. Is he slowed down just a little bit? Is Jack maybe taking... Oh, big right hand from Jack Massey. Best. I'm telling you, he has landed the best right hands this fight. He's landed... That's 3 now. Again, I've said that Joseph Parker hasn't really landed on the button. Jack Massey landed another big one. The only thing is, does Jack Massey have the power in the heavyweight division? Because, I mean, if he lands it on the cruiserweights are at least taking a step back. Joseph Parker ate it. You can't keep eating these shots. You can't keep eating these shots. I don't care if they're coming from cruiserweights. Jack Massey is going to grow in confidence. Lands a nice little uppercut as well. Nice little left. Sneaky little left. He's clearly a lot faster than Joseph Parker, and he's using that to his strengths. I just don't know if he has the power to hurt Joseph Parker. But what it will do, it will win rounds. It will win rounds. And let's not forget, this is a 10-rounder. If he can start to claw back the rounds, you never know. Like, oh, that's a bit of a low blow it looked like from Joseph Parker. On the belt buckle? On the belt, yeah. Oh, that was very low, it looked. Joseph Parker still hasn't landed clean for me. Again, best punch of the round so far. Jack Massey, nice right hand. Did nothing though. Joseph Parker ate it. How many of those can he? Oh, wonderful uppercut from Joseph Parker. Jack Massey done well to take that beautiful uppercut. We don't really see Joseph Parker throw the uppercuts that much. That was really nice. It didn't telegraph it. Looked like he was coming in to go to the body, and then last second just throw it upstairs. Really good uppercut from Joseph Parker. Both of them have landed good shots in this round. 1 minute for someone to steal the round, as far as I'm concerned. Look, at the end of the day, I think Joseph Parker will win this, and he'll go away and start winning it closely. But you can't give someone like Jack Massey confidence. Remember, his nickname is Jack One Smack Massey. He can punch a little bit. Round number 6, 50 seconds left of round number 6. Close round, difficult round to score. Both have landed good shots. Joseph Parker, by the way, I will tell you this though, has slowed down. He's certainly slowed down. All of a sudden, it's Jack Massey on the front foot and Joseph Parker not necessarily fighting on the back foot, but it's Jack that's pressurizing and putting the pressure on Joseph Parker. For the first 5 rounds, it was all Joseph Parker doing that work. Again, Joseph Parker swinging and miss, landed a nice little left hook, but not much on it. Those swinging and misses take a lot out of you. A lot. Good body shot, good body work from Joseph Parker. Really dig into the body. Getting a bit sloppy with his work upstairs, but really dig into the body. You know what? I'm very impressed with Jack Massey. Very impressed. He's taken some big shots, especially that uppercut. He's landed some big shots of his own. I think he's gaining the respect of Joseph Parker. Is he winning the fight? No. Is he in the fight? Absolutely yes. End of the round. Good round for Jack Massey. I'm gonna give Jack Massey that round. Maybe I'm just being a bit too nice, but I'm gonna give Jack Massey that round. Tyson Fury, they're speaking to the Sky team. Obviously he's part of the Joseph Parker's part of the Tyson Fury camp. Wade in the building, big super chat. Appreciate you, love, brother. Always appreciate it. Love you, brother, and loving the grind on the channel. 2023 is the year of the beanie. You're damn right. We are grinding. We're doing way more videos. You know what it is? People like Wade, you go into Wade's channel, Wade's got like nearly 300,000 subscribers. This doesn't stop. And I'm like, well, Ade, you got to step up. You got to step up a bit. So, yeah, hence why we're doing loads more videos, guys. Again, going back to the comment section, we will go. They just showed the uppercut. It didn't land clean on the button, more like on the mouth area, nose, but it was a really, really good uppercut. But you know what? I do think that Jack Massey landed the better shot. And I don't know why they didn't show Jack Massey's right hand, which was a really good right hand. Here we go. Round number 7. How many of you thought it would go this far? I didn't. I certainly didn't. I thought Joseph Parker would have got him out by now. Nice right hand from Jack Massey. Look, I did say the risk reward here for Joseph Parker is 0. Like, this is all risk and no reward. No reward whatsoever. For Jack Massey, the risk reward here is 100. You're getting paid. You're on a pay-per-view portion of a card. You're fighting Joseph Parker. You win. It's the lottery. Even if you put in a bad performance, it's kind of the lottery because your name's out there now. Joseph Parker taking this fight. Weird matchmaking. Weird matchmaking. A minute gone in round number 2. Sorry, round number 2. In round number 7, a nice uppercut from Jack Massey. Follows it up with a right hook. Joseph Parker again takes his punch as well. There'll be questions asked of this Joseph Parker performance if he doesn't get rid of him. There will be. There will be. I think it's a bit unfair because I think Jack Massey's a bit better than maybe we thought he was. But Joseph Parker, for so many years, was a top 10 heavyweight. He's slipping out of that now. He's slipping out of that with this performance. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can maybe step on the gas a little bit. He needs to really show us a bit more. His output, his punch output's definitely gone down. Remember, he's a lot lighter than he was against Joe Joyce, but I feel like he's having to fight at a fast pace because Jack Massey's quite fleet-footed. So it's a bit obvious what Joseph Parker's doing. There's no variation in his work. He's just that one, he comes in with the jab and then either goes to the body. Oh, we're back. Are we back? What happened there? I'm not quite sure what happened. Apologies, peeps. Let me try something. I think I know what's going on. 2 seconds. All right, maybe. I think I was watching the fight on Wi-Fi. I've got my other phone down here on the Wi-Fi as well. I think maybe a lot of things on the Wi-Fi. I've turned off the Wi-Fi on the phone. I've turned off my phone Wi-Fi as well. So only this now. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. That was annoying. Hopefully that doesn't happen on the main event. Bloody hell. I did see someone ask, has Chris Congo fought yet? No, Chris Congo is fighting after this. It's Chris Congo, Ekow Essuman after this. All right, let's get some questions in. Shaddai says, terrible matchmaking on this fight. 2 negative fighters. I disagree. I don't think both are being negative. I think both are very cautious, but I certainly don't think both are being negative. A super chat from Michael Van Gogh. Do you see improvements from Parker with Andy Lee? Yeah. If you go and watch that Junior Farr fight, he's definitely improved. I mean, how many improvements can you make with someone in their 30s? I'm not quite sure, but he's improved. He's a lot better. He's a lot better. I thought he looked very, very good in the second Chisora fight. Very, very good. But then Chisora, I'm not quite sure. Oh, this is a good matchup. I like this idea of a matchup. When is Babbage back? Him versus Massey would be fun. Agreed. I think Massey might be a bit too sharp for him, if I'm honest with you. I think I'd favor Massey in that fight big time. By the way, Massey's coming out here round 8. You know what it is? Massey's probably thinking, I'm still in this. I'm going to go for it. He's got 3 rounds to change his life, if we're honest. I mean, to change his life. Wow. It would surprise me. It would surprise me a lot if Massey got the job done here, but since stranger things in boxing. And if you're Joseph Parker now, there'll be 2 things going through your head. Like, okay, do I commit to try and get the stoppage, or do I just win this? Do I just win this, get the rounds in, and we move on and pretend it didn't happen? Interesting. All right, a minute gone in round number 8. Remember, it's a 10-round fight, no titles on the line or anything. I don't mind the matchup now. Watching it, when it was initially announced, I was like, this is awful. And I said that to Ben Shalom. Now it's been a decent fight. Massey's had his had his part to play in it. Nice little 4-5 punch combination there from Massey. I think only a couple landed, but he's going for it. He's trying to throw the punches. He's done a lot more than Joseph Parker's doing. He's just throwing one punch all the time. All the time. You know, when I see this, it excites me to see what Okoli can do in the heavyweight division. And Riakporhe potentially as well, because they'll be so much faster than these heavyweights. It's a bit like the way we've seen Usyk come up, and obviously Usyk is way more skilled than any of these guys, but he's just so much faster than them, so much lighter on his feet, even though he has put weight on. I think we saw that against AJ. He's just in and out, in and out. And watching Jack Massey here just be a bit faster than Joseph, and Joseph is a fast fighter, and Jack Massey just beating him to the punch all the time. Nice little hook from Joseph Parker there. Didn't land. Massey's quite smart now. He's reading it. He's got his glove up all the time. He's reading when that left hook's coming in. Very smart. Nice uppercut from Jack Massey. Followed it with a nice couple of jabs as well. It's getting interesting, this. I think it's getting interesting. Last minute of round number 8, 2 rounds to go. I've stopped scoring it. I believe Joseph Parker's ahead by quite a bit, but I'm not quite sure. I'm sure he is. My internet's it's annoying me a bit. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's wired in. It's plugged into the wire as well. I'm not even using Wi-Fi. I'm using faster than Wi-Fi. Hopefully, we don't have a problem. Joseph Parker's completely slowed down. Referee giving a warning to Jack Massey. He's taken a point off. Oh, no, referee. He's taken a point off. That's poor. That's really, really poor refereeing. That's it then, isn't it? I mean, unless he gets a knockdown or a knockout, that's it. Referee. Disgraceful. Disgraceful refereeing. Disgraceful. Big super chat here from Sean McDonald, $100 super chat. Sean, and no question. Nothing, just giving out money. Sean, question? Appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. But please, if you have tried to leave a question, just leave it and I'll find it. Don't obviously put another super chat in. Just leave it and I'll find it. But I really, really appreciate that. Josh Taylor, backstage. Obviously, his fight with Jack Catterall now off again. Move on. If I'm Josh, forget it. Go to 147. JD_05. I really hope Chisora versus Ngannou materializes. The fight would surely be on Misfits. Would it? I heard that there is some conversation about it, but I mean, I'd be shocked if that's on the Misfits card. Jesus Christ. I'd be very, very shocked. Who knows, right? Who knows? Round number 9, Jack Massey had a point taken off in the final round. In the previous round. So any hope of him salvaging something's done. He's just now fighting for pride and respect as far as I'm concerned, unless he can get a knockdown, which I doubt it. Joseph Parker's got a tough chin. I mean, we saw Joe Joyce land some shots on him. It takes a lot to move Joseph Parker. But it's not all big right hand again from Jack Massey. It's not been a good fight from Joseph Parker. Honestly, not a good fight. I questioned him coming back this early after that Joe Joyce fight. I thought he'd be out until the summer. They looked at this as a gimme, and they've kind of got it wrong. He's got Jack Massey in the corner now. He's trying to land to the body. It was 100% a low blow, by the way, from Joseph Parker coming. Oh, I like that. Three left hooks in a row, reminiscent of a certain Roy Jones Jr. there from Joseph Parker. But he looks tired. Jack Massey's blowing as well. It's been a good performance from Jack Massey. He's still got a round to go. 1:46 left in this round as well. I'm really looking forward to reading some of your comments. So get them in. Get as many in as possible. Remember, after this fight, we'll read the comments. We won't necessarily commentate on Essuman versus Chris Congo, so we'll read as many then. Jack Massey trying a little flurry there. Nothing really. 1:25 left of round number 9. Joseph Parker needs a statement here. Needs a statement. Needs to do something. Come on, Joseph. We need to see something. This has not been a great Joseph Parker performance by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get me wrong, a win's a win, and you know they'll try and nice it up, won't they? Andy Lee will say it's good that he got rounds, and nah, he's supposed to be flatlining this guy. This, by the way, is my fear about AJ fighting Jermaine Franklin. Like, imagine we're around 10, 11, and AJ still in there with him. Oh, nice little right hand. Sorry, left hook from Jack Massey. Both of them now swinging. Jack Massey landed a nice little left hook. Again, Joseph Parker took it. Then Joseph Parker landed his own as well. But nice little sequence there from both. 20 seconds to go in round number 9. Difficult to score this round again. I want to say Jack Massey, but I feel like Joseph Parker's been the one on the front foot landing the eye-catching shots. I'm going to say Joseph Parker, but again, good round from Jack Massey. Very, very good round. I see a few super chats coming in. I promise I will get to them straight after the end of this round, and we're going to get to all your comments as well straight after this fight. Well done, Jack Massey. Look, I'm actually applauding him. Well done to Jack Massey for still being there for the final round. One more round to go, round 10. All right, let's see where we are. Loads of comments. What's this one? Ade, I see you as the grandfather of Misfits Boxing, as you co-present with people a lot younger, not just a lot younger. I'm old enough to be their dads. Sometimes I don't know if they realize how old I am. Remember, I'm 42 in a couple of months, and some of these guys are in their 20s. So yeah, I do feel like the granddads. Sean McDonald super chat: Congo or Echo Essuman over 10.5. Echo's engine. Look, that fight goes two ways, by the way. Congo's got the power, Echo's got the engine, but Echo's also got a chin. So if I had $100 spare, I'm definitely going Echo over 10.5. I think it goes, yeah, Echo to get it on points, I think. Geez, Sean with a big super chat again, though. How are they scoring this? Okay, they've got it quite wide. They've got it quite wide. I don't have it that wide. Maybe the point deduction for Jack doesn't help. You know, this is one of those fights here where the scorecards don't reflect the fight. The fight's actually been, I think, quite competitive and quite close. But you could almost give every single round to Joseph Parker, which is unfair. It's not a true reflection of it. Joseph Parker trying to go for the Hail Mary there, just trying to land something big. I think, look, he wants a statement as well. It's too late, by the way, for a statement. Even if he gets a knockout or a knockdown now, I think it's a bit too late. I think we've already made our judgment on this performance. And this isn't a good Joseph. Look, I'm a big fan of Joseph Parker. Every time I see him out, it's a great guy. But this hasn't been a good performance. It just hasn't. It isn't that he's not looked sharp, because he's looked sharp. Maybe it's just a case of Jack Massey is a bit better than I thought he was. So maybe it's a bit of that. But Joseph Parker, as an elite heavyweight, is he still that? Maybe not. But as someone that wants to be considered an elite heavyweight, he should be destroying this type of opponent. That when you think of guys in the top 10, what would they do to Jack Massey? Think of all the guys in the top 10. What would they do to Jack Massey? Like, what would Joe Joyce do to this Jack Massey? Andy Ruiz, AJ, Hergovich, Zhili Zhang, they'll all put him to sleep. I'm confident of it. So back to the drawing board a little bit for Joseph Parker. Oh, lands a nice little right hand there. They're both swinging. Joseph Parker lands a nice little right hand on the exit as well. Is he going to go for it? A minute left. Are they going to give us a minute of fire here? Joseph Parker looks like he wants to. Jack Massey's cut over the left eye. I'm not quite sure that was a punch or a clash of heads. But it's not going to affect the fight now anyway. The referee's going to let it go. There's only 40 seconds left. Really, really good performances from Jack Massey. Again, massive underdog. No one gave him a chance. No one. And he's still there. Still throwing punches. I think he's gained Joseph Parker. He gained Joseph Parker's respect in the very first round. He landed a big right hand. And I think that's what you've got to do when you're the underdog. When you're the underdog, get the respect of your opponent. And I think that made Joseph a little hesitant to come in for the next couple of rounds. Ultimately, look, it's not enough. Joseph Parker will get the win. He'll move on. He'll fight in the summer. And I wonder if Jack Massey will decide to stay as a heavyweight. I even nice little right hand from Jack again. Nice, Jack Massey's landing. They're both swinging. Joseph's got to be careful here. Don't get silly. I know he trusts his chin, but don't get silly. I wouldn't mind fight over. I wouldn't mind, based on this performance, seeing Jack Massey versus Fabio Wardley. Honestly, wouldn't mind it. Fabio is not the biggest heavyweights either. They're very proud that they're showing Jack Massey's corner. They're very, very proud of that performance, and so they should be. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start. What's this one? Our name is Joseph Parker is shit. No, it's not. He's not shit. He's not shit. Calm down. He's not that at all. Sorry, so many. Should we go to the top? Let's go to the top. Whoa, 1 second. You know, guys, let me just quickly check my connection. Hold on 2 seconds, please. All right. I think that's better. All right, cool. Let's go straight to the top and read some of your comments. Loads, hundreds, if not thousands are in, but we're gonna go for it right now. Did I read this one? I think I did. But let's read it again. Liam Smith is the best opponent Eubank has faced since Billy Joe and Groves. Let's hope it's a good one. Yes, he is. James Gill was good, but obviously faded. But I agree with you. I think Liam Smith is the best. What else have we got? 2 secs. What's this one? Sire H had a mythical matchup: Prime Mayweather versus Prime Prince Naz. Same weight. Who wins? For me, Naz. No. I love Prince Asim Hamid, but Floyd's a genius. Floyd is a genius. Trust me. No, not for me. What's this one? Chaz Chili. Let's do this. Mutant the Zone once Ade goes live. Who's doing the commentary for the Zone? Is it Barry Jones? If so, don't mute it. Barry Jones is a good commentator, but I'm happy that you are with me. Stephen Toll, Ade, thank you for the live. Please settle a heated debate me and the boys are having. Dream fight, Nigel Benn versus Julian Jackson. Who would have won? Jackson, massive puncher, but no heart. Benn, big puncher. Oh, great fight that is. The Dart Destroyer, but he's gonna have to get up off the canvas. But the thing is about Ben, once he does get off the canvas, you know you're in for a fight. Like, he doesn't give up easily, but he's gonna have to get up. Bit like Joe McClellan, he would have to get up, and if he gets up, then yeah, he's got a chance. But I do see Julian Jackson putting him down hard. Reese Cooper, how are you doing, Ade? I'm fine, Reese. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Ryan Donnelly boxing, even Ade can't choose the results on that for the life of me, nor can I. Joseph Parker gets it as expected, but well done, Jack Massey. Good fight. I think the crowd were entertained. I liked it. It looks wonderful in there, by the way. Already looks busy, which is good. One thing I've accused boxing of sort of being like in the last few fight cards we've seen is it almost feels like people don't get in there until the main event. But I think they're smart. Getting Joseph Parker on there, people want to see Joseph Parker, so that's quite smart placement, I think. Can't choose the result tonight for the life of me. No one can. It's a difficult fight to choose, which is why we're doing this live, because it's a great fight. Honestly, it's a really, really good fight. Is this card pay-per-view? It is. Michael N, hit that like, people, please. There's nearly 800 of you in. Please, if you can, just a thumbs up for the video. It really helps. It's weird. See, I got this one. Ade, you're a minute ahead of us. How's that possible? And then I get this one. Ade, you're like 30 seconds behind. I'm like, which one's which? I don't even know. It's crazy. It's crazy. 2 seconds. What's this? Did you see Tyambu's stream got a prostitute on it? Could be an idea. No, it's certainly not an idea for me. We would never do anything like that. I'm not. No chance. Una V says, Ade, my man, doing big things. Big up. What's a bigger achievement, my bro? Usyk being unanimous decision or undisputed beating Fury as heavyweight and Cruiser, or Bivol as undisputed at 175 and 168 if he beats Canelo, Beterbiev, Usyk, I think. I mean, to beat Fury, mate, good luck. It's got to be that one. It's got to be that one. That's a proper win if he does that. Amari and JJ says, hi, Addy. I'm looking forward to the main. I'm rooting for Junior. Plus, good to see you on Misfits, which is like WWE. Love it. Yeah, I like a bit of Misfits. It's fun. I can't hear what Joseph Parker's saying. If anyone's watching it and you haven't got it on mute, please let me know in the comment section what he says about that performance. JD_05 says, Addy, have you smoked much weed in your lifetime? Do you still ever have the odd joint? No, I don't. I smoked weed once. Smoked cigarette, never. And I've said no more shisha either. So yeah, the only thing I do, I'm not even doing it now because I'm doing this sort of clean January thing, is I drink a little spirits, little whiskey, but we've even stopped that for now as well. JY, love from the Bay Area in California. California. Oh man, California is lovely. It's lovely. BMF says, Ade is a legend. What a geezer. Look how far it's come as well. Keep the content coming, buddy. By the way, my thing's jumping. I don't know why. I do apologize for that. That would annoy me. Apologize. James Locke, easy, Ade. Hope you're all good, fella. I'm not bad, James. I'm not bad at all. Just looking forward to this night of boxing. Really, really looking forward to the main event. Like, Jesus Christ. Can't wait for it. Can't wait. 2-6. Leo Mack, how many more fights of the main event? We have two more. And I'll tell you this though, Leo, the next one will probably go all the way in Congo, Ekow, Essuman. So I'll say you've got about an hour and a half until the main event. Yeah, maybe. And Richard Riakporhe should get Glowacki out there, but I'm not quite sure. I see Fraser Clark is with the crew. How did he get on? I know he won, but I'm not quite sure about his performance. I'll watch that back later. What's this from Jake Jansen? Fury now calling out Francis. What a shock. Every time a contract underway does this shizzle. Classic Man 90. What's your short interview of Eubank Jr. yesterday? You've been hitting the gym. No, on the contrary, well, been going gym, but on the contrary, I've actually been like, I've cut all my carbs. Like, so I've just been eating protein. So maybe it's just a bit more definition, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know. But certainly haven't been hitting the weights hard or anything like that. W. Thornton says, after the Joe Joyce walk down, this is a good effort from Parker. Yeah, again, look, that's one way to look at it, I guess. If you're going to spin a positive view on it, I guess the one way to look at it is that he showed no ill effects of the Joe Joyce beatdown, and maybe the 10 rounds were good just to make sure the engine's there at that weight class where he's a bit lighter. I get that. Luke 1999 says, I'm sticking with Smith to win on points tonight. I can understand why it's a 50-50 fight, though. May the best man win. People are really split on it, I'll tell you now. Really split. Oscar Buglers, Richard Riakporhe versus Vidal Riley, the big British mega fight 2023. No chance, not yet. I mean, Vidal, I like Vidal, but what's that? Vidal's at 5-6 fights, something like that. No. You know, the thing is, though, it's funny. The size difference between the two. Like, I saw Vidal at the Misfit stuff, and I interviewed Richard Riakporhe a couple of days ago. Richard Riakporhe is huge. Vidal's not much bigger than me. It's weird, that cruiserweight. So Vidal's obviously carries a lot of weight. Richard Riakporhe just so much taller and leaner, very much in the Lawrence Okoli kind of build. Where are we? Massey is done. I've done some boxing at a basic level, but when you're up against it and blocking and moving constant, you burn so much nervous energy, it kills you. Well, obviously, you done that whilst the fight was going on. Clearly wasn't done. Clearly wasn't. Or maybe he was, but then he had another gear to go to. 2-6. Parker has never been a puncher, let's be honest. None of Parker can crack. Go and watch his knockout of Carlos Takam. Parker can hit, you know. Parker can hit. Carlos Takam? I've got that wrong. But Parker can hit. James Kadir says, feel like Parker should have let his hands go a bit more. Yeah, should have. Should have. This wasn't a great fight, was it? Wasn't a great performance. Juden Diaz says, man, Parker just lacks spite. Yeah, I thought that as well. Like, he's so nice. He does lack a bit of, a bit about him. Do you know? That little grit, that willing that I just want to hurt you grit. He lacks a bit of that. It's just what it is, just how he is, just a nice guy. Get out of here. What's this? Lawrence Okoli won't want any piece of Riakporhe. Come on, stop that. I'd make Okoli favorite to win that fight all day long. Where are we? A lot of you talking about the Parker fight. That's how many have come in. What's this one? 500 plus watching. Get the likes up. It's free. Well, a lot more than 500 now, but yeah, if you can get the likes up. If you've just joined the live stream, firstly, hi. Secondly, Essuman Chris Congo is up next. We won't necessarily commentate on that, so get your comments in. I'll be reading out your comments, your questions. We will Riakporhe Glowacki, and then obviously the main event. No disrespect to Essuman Chris Congo, but I'd rather just read out some of your comments. Obviously, we'll watch the fight, but we won't really commentate like we did the last fight. What's this one? Ricky Ellis says Parker's in decline. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think is that fair? I don't know. I still think the Joe Joyce fight was a tough one. I still think Parker can mix it with I think Parker could mix it with Hergovich and those kind of guys. Zhili Zhang, I think he could. I don't think he's that far past it. What else? So many questions coming in. Another one from Ricky Ellis. Parker was never a top heavyweight, to be honest. He was half decent, but I wouldn't say he was a top heavyweight. Depends what you mean. Was he ever a top 5, top 6? No. Was there a time when he was a top 10? Absolutely. Yes, he was. So yeah, it depends what you mean. I think top 10 deserves credit. Former world champion. And now when you look back, I mean, he beat Andy Ruiz very, very close. A majority decision, I think. But he beat Andy Ruiz to win that belt, which in hindsight is a very good victory. Super chat here from JD_05. Adi, I see you as quite a young guy. You still would have been a teenager in the very, very early 2000s. I don't feel young. The body fucking feels 50 sometimes. But we're there. We're trying. I think I saw another super chat. There you go. Chris Andre, I think it is. Chris Andre is a big up Ade, the main man. Good learn fight for Fraser Clark. He's susceptible to an immediate trigger counter after his own work, and both his last 2 opponents made him have to think about that. Speaking to Fraser, I asked him about Fabio Wardley and sort of the British title and sort of being fast tracked as well. And I expected him to say, yeah, I want the big fights. I'm ready to go. I think he realizes that there's a lot of learning to do. He was like, no, we're gonna take the blinkers off, he said, in 2023, but we're still gonna build. And he says it's not that he's chasing Fabio Wardley. He wants the British title, but he wants it at the end of the year. So I think Fraser realizes that there are a lot of things he needs to work on in the pro game. Yeah, a lot of things. I don't know what the expectation was for Fraser Clark. I don't know. It isn't the same as Joe Joyce, for example. Like when Joe Joyce immediately turned pro, everyone was like, he's got to go straight away. I don't think that's the same with Fraser. Fraser's not young either, but I think people understand that the Fraser journey is going to be a bit of a long one, and it might not ever get to elite world level. It might not. British level, European, world, not sure. Not sure at all. All right. This should be a good fight next, by the way. Chris Congo, Essuman. Like, you look at the welterweight division, Essuman's 33, Chris Congo's 30. You just got to go for it. Like, look at Michael Mickinson. Yes, he got beat by Virgil Ortiz, but he went to America and he went for it. The winner of this has just got to go for it. Like, there's no point. If you're Essuman, there's no point still defending your British title. You've won it outright. If you're Chris Congo, just go. Like, have a big fight in America. There's some big names, and it doesn't have to be the top 4 or 5 guys. You can still get in the mix with some good guys out there. they're not going to get the Conor Benn fight, so I think they should go for it. All right, where are we? Ade is gone. What's that one? Oh, is that when it went down? Apologies. We're back. FPL says, I bet £1,000 on Eubank Jr. to win. Geez, you got money. You got money, boy. Ninja's Rose says, Parker just not that good, to be honest. He should have had Massey gone by round 5 if he still had a lot left. Yeah, I kind of feel that way as well. Ben Axon says, Ethan Ade, hope you're well, brother. I'm good, Ben. I'm good. Looking forward to this live, man. It's first live of the year. Remember, we're going to do Yard Baturbiev as well next week. So, yeah, just trying to get a bit more busier on the channel, dude. Oscar Douglas, Parker is fighting a cruiserweight. He will be fast and undefeated, I swear. Can't blame him, to be fair, and he's still winning. He's not undefeated. He wasn't undefeated. He got beat by Richard Riakporhe. But that's not the point, is it? That's not the point. When this fight was made, you've always got to go on what you thought when the fight was made. When the fight was made, it was like, Parker should destroy him. If there's anything left in Joseph Parker, he should beat Jack Massey. And not just beat him, but stop him. And he didn't really do that. He won majority of the rounds, but he didn't really do that. Warnock says, who do you think wins the Congo Essuman fight? I think Essuman wins. On points. He's got a great engine. Chris Congo's good. Doesn't like to lose. The problem with Chris Congo is he's got so much more height and reach to Echo Essuman, but he seems to fight in. He likes to fight in rather than use his reach. And I'm like, well, use what you've got. So I think he's going to get inside. And once he gets inside, you're into the playing area of Echo Essuman. And Echo Essuman can play in that area all night. And he's got the engine to go all night. I said to Echo Essuman, you're a great 12-round fighter. And he said, no, I'm a 15-round fighter. I appreciate that answer. I appreciate it. Tom Caffrey says Chris Echo should be co-main. Yeah, some people have said that. There are like, I think 4 or 5 belts on the line, but I think you've got to look at who are the bigger names, and Richard Riakporhe, Glowacki are bigger names. So look, they won't mind. I'm telling you now, they won't mind. It's a packed arena. How many in there? I don't know how many thousands are in there. They're gonna love this. They're happy. They get paid. It's okay. Ninja's Rose says, I have a feeling Riakporhe is going to do a proper demolition job on Glowacki. Devastating KO by round 8. Yeah, I expect him to as well. There's not much left in Glowacki, is there? I mean, I've watched Glowacki tapes years ago, and Glowacki surprised Marco Huck. I don't know if you guys remember that performance. That was years ago. So he was good 8-9 years ago. He's not that anymore. He's now just a name. Ben McGrath said Natasha Jonas made the point that Liam has years of experience sparring brothers Paul and Callum, who are both bigger than Eubank Jr. True. But that will only help you so much, right? It didn't help him with Munguia. It didn't help him, obviously, with Canelo. I'm not saying that Chris is any of those two, but I mean, I almost feel like there's an elite performance in Chris Eubank, like an elite performance. And it could be tonight because he's having to raise his game a bit. Maybe. We'll see. What's this one? Mark my words, Jake Paul will duck Tommy Fury until they're in their 30s, 10 years from now, and he'll still lose. I hope not, because me and Wade been contacted about working on that event. So I'll be surprised if that doesn't go ahead. Right, where are we? Don Self says apparently Josh Taylor and Jack Catchell nearly came to blows ringside. Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. Both of those guys have feisty attitudes. Let's just say that. Very, very feisty attitudes. So no surprise. 2 secs. Chisora versus Ngannou and Misfits will really hurt a lot of boxing fans' feelings, like everything does. Yeah, hardcore boxing fans, I mean, it's easy to piss them off, isn't it? And I get it. I understand. Boxing's, it's a strange. What is Echo Essuman wearing around his mouth? What kind of mask is that? Look, both these guys are in the ring. Should be a good scrap. Should be a good scrap in the welterweight. And look, if I'm honest with you, I know Conor Benn's around in the welterweight division, but based on the work Essuman's done and this fight, you're looking at, I mean, people might argue and say Mickinson, but whoever wins this really is the #1 welterweight in this country. It's true. I mean, I know Conor Ben's kind of jumped that now and he's gone to fringe world, if you like. Is it even that? I'm not quite sure, but I think whoever wins this is the number. If Essuman wins this, he's the #1. Chris Congo with Ben Davison now. Let's see what Ben has done. I think Ben's a good trainer. I think he gets stick, but I think he's done good with the fighters he's got. Let's see how he looks. All right, where are we? Reese Cooper, why is the Taylor Catchell fight off? I think I read something along the lines of Taylor's injured. But yeah, that's why it's off. Oh, awful. And what's this one? P231. Addy, I'm sorry, Fraser Clark is really bad. Wow, I need to watch it. I've seen a few of those in this saying that. Dan Self saying the fight is not off. The fight is off. It's definitely off, or well, not off. It's been moved. The date's being moved, so it's not off. The date's being moved. So I guess you are kind of correct. Lee Hazelhurst, what time is Eubank fighting? 10ish. I would say. What's the time now? The time now is 9. So Eubank, I'm thinking ring walk 10:30. So honestly, you've got about an hour and a half left. Where are we? Just looking at a lot of these. I'm so far behind. A lot of these questions are about Parker Massey. This one isn't. No, Nathan Sterling. Ade, do you think Andre Ward would have beaten Artur Beterbiev? Don't know. I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but sometimes you just got to tell the truth. I don't know. I think I would always favor someone that's never lost, but then that's Beterbiev as well. I don't know. You know, that's a very, very tough fight to call because I do think there's going to be a time, and I think we saw it with the first Kovalev fight where you're going to have to engage, and if you engage with Beterbiev, I just think that's just trouble. I think it's trouble. Marcelo 83 says not interested in ever watching Chisora fight again and never got the buzz about him. All right, here we go. Round number 1. I'm not quite sure what belts are on the line here. I know the British is on the line, and I'm guessing the Commonwealth's on the line, but I'm not quite sure about Chris Congo's WBC silver, and I think Essuman's got an IBF European as well. Very sharp looking jab from Chris Congo. They look like they're in 2 different weight classes, by the way. Chris Congo looks so much bigger. I'd love to know what he's weighing in the ring. Both of them look so sharp. I know it's early, but I just like to see sharp, crisp jabs. And both of them have showed that in the first 30 seconds. As I said, I expect, and I think I would advise Chris Congo to fight long. That's how he's going to win for me. Good little body shot from Essuman. Kind of made Chris Congo fall back. I don't know if he's just off balance. I'm guessing he was. I think the legs are getting tired a little bit here. But yeah, good start. Good start from both. Sharp from both. You know what? We'll go back to the comment section in a second. Let's just do this for a couple of rounds and then we'll see. I just want to see how this one plays out. Remember, Essuman, I think, is coming as the favorite. It's very, very close in the betting, though, between these two. It's a fight that's been spoken about for a long time. I like Essuman. I saw him, I'm trying to think where it was, where he fought Chris Jenkins. It might have been in Birmingham. And just looks so good. His engine's incredible. Like, he can do this all night long. Like, no backward step. He'll put pressure on. He's just such a good fighter. Clean, technically very, very good. Like, everything's about a 7 or 8. Oh, nice right hand from Essuman over the top there. Chris Congo with his left hand down. Essuman definitely landed. Chris Congo says, you know what, let's hold for a little bit. I think he felt that. Good right hand from Echo there. Nice little uppercut from Chris Congo. This one has started fast immediately. These guys ain't playing about here. Chris Congo's landed a couple of good shots as well, but Essuman and that right hand was clean. Tries it again. Digs to the body, Essuman. That's one he's got. Oh, nice jab as well from Echo. Knocked the head back of Chris Congo. This is good work from Essuman. Look, Very nice. Nice, sharp right hand from Chris Congo. Okay. These two haven't come to play. These two have not come to play. I like it. Very, very good opening round. You have to give it to Chris, sorry, to Essuman. I think he landed the better shots, but Chris has been active as well. Chris's jab looks so good. I like that as well. He just threw the jab and in the last second turned it into a nice little hook. This is what you've got to do. You've got to mix it up. You've got to mix it up. And he's doing that. Last 10 seconds of round number 1. Very, very good opening round this in the welterweight division. It's almost a division over here that kind of been forgotten about a little bit. Obviously, we've Connor sort of going a different route and Michael Mickinson going a different route. We forgot about this, but there's some good boxers in this division. End of first round. I like when fighters do that, when the round ends and they stare at each other like, have I got your respect yet? Good round. Very, very good round. All right, let's loads of questions coming in. We're going to read them. I promise we're going to get back to all your questions at the end of this fight. Showing that right, are they going to show that right hand from Essuman? Bang on the button, Well done, great. Chris Congo took that well because that landed flush. I don't know what Ekow's knockout percentage is, but saying that Chris Congo is lucky that he's not a big puncher because that landed right on the button. Let's see. So first round for me, Essuman. Remember, this is a 12-rounder, I believe. Should be a 12-rounder. It's for the British title. Let's see what they can do again. Echo looks such... So Chris Congo looks technically such a good boxer. There's just something not quite there to take him to that next level, but he looks good. He looks good. Maybe he should have made this jump to Ben a bit earlier. But look, he could still win this fight. He could still win it. Got caught again coming in. The legs clashing as well. Good jab. 4 or 5 jabs there from Essuman. All great jabs. I did say this at the start of this fight. Essuman's such a good boxer technically. Like he's technically, you could almost say he's perfect. That doesn't mean he's a 10 out of 10 and everything, but he knows what he's doing. Looks like someone that just studied the sport. Nice high guard, comes in. And then every time he comes in as well, look, always knows he's never throwing single shots. It's always like 1-2 exit, 1-2-3 exit. Really good. Look, in saying that, Chris Congo's boxing well as well. I just love the work of Essuman. Nice little body shot from Essuman. Again, nice 1-2 down the pipe there from Chris Congo. Chris Congo's got to be careful. I've noticed when he does throw that 1-2 down the pipe, he exits with his head really high. Got to be a bit careful. Got to, again, I said before the fight starts, he's got to use his reach. He's got to use his reach. Jab, good jabs from Chris Congo there. Let's have a look. Both of them nice 1-2 from Chris Congo. Double jab, good, clean. Didn't land, but it's better rather than those single jabs. Oh, nice right hand, and then followed by a left from Essuman. I think it grazed the side of Chris Congo's chin. It wasn't clean, but it definitely caught him. Good work from Essuman again. He's good. He's good. Looks undersized, if I'm honest with you, for a welterweight. When you think of some of those welterweight, when you think of the size of Errol Spence, for example, and Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis, he looked really small. But look, maybe he's the kind of guy that, you know, this is my weight. I don't want to cut weight to make it. This is the way I am. Last 20 seconds here of round number 2. It's an Essuman round for me. Chris has been in the round, but I think Echo's done enough to win this round. He's landed the better shots. He's the one that's been forcing Chris. Again, he finishes the round here with a nice sort of 3 jabs in a row. Forces Chris Congo, to back on the ropes. Good round. Solid round from Essuman. Really thinking about what he's doing. I like it. I like it a lot. This will frustrate Chris. Chris tries to find a little right hand over the top there. End of the round. Essuman's round for me. Essuman's round. Boxing Social, Ade. Is that the Boxing Social? Might be, I'm not quite sure. Surely these whispers you're turning 42 aren't true. They are. 25th of March, if anyone fancies sending me a bottle of whiskey. Someone telling me that Rob Tebbett is in the building. Is he? Is Rob Tebbett in the building the same time Boxing Social's in the building? If Rob Tebbett's in the building, I'll be shocked if Rob's in the building. He'll be watching the fight. Rob's, or maybe you've just confused Rob Tebbett and Boxing Social as one still. CG says Eubank, such an interesting boxer. He might be, I'm guessing, the most durable guy in the world at 160, but lacks skills. Never forget how he beat down DeGale. Yeah, he can take some punches as well, man. I mean, George Groves, who's a big 168, landed some big shots and he went in there. This is very true by Karma. And it is timeless. He is. Oscar Buglis, I'm not a Parker fan, but no one should discredit him after this win, saying he got gifted a point deduction. I don't think we're discrediting him. I just think we're being honest about the performance. That's all it is. Dark Side of the Moon. We in here. Big up everyone. A mist of all the big up Ade. I like that. Thank you, brother. Joseph Parker is now a gatekeeper, one of the worst reigns heavyweight champ. A little better than Charles Martin. Now stop it. Goals of who's that? Goals for George. Stop it. I mean, we've had some shocking heavyweights. He's way better than Charles Martin, way better than Bermain Stavern, all those guys. Come on. Don't do that. Aaron Dan, White Parker 2. Yeah, you know what? Good shout. Like that shout. White Parker 2 would be interesting. That is a very, very good shout. Very good shout. Dan Self, what's happening to Liverpool? We're not even going to go there. We are not. Adi, quickly get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. There you go. Sean Innerman. Hey, Adi, I'm from South Africa. Big fan of the zone. Why is it not shown in South Africa? Was really looking forward to this. Just disappointing. Very. Oh, nice overhand right there from Chris Congo. Very disappointing. I don't know what's going on with that. I think the zone only had the rights for, what was it? For Germany, Canada, America, and China, I think, or Japan or something. Super Sport not showing it. I would have thought that Super Sport would have picked it up in South Africa. By the way, I can't wait to get back to South Africa. I was there. I pretty much lived there for 4 years. I do miss the place. I've not been there for 5 years. I do want to go back and see some friends. Deep Random Thinker, how badly will Usyk school Fury all over the ring? I'm not quite sure he does, if I'm honest with you. But we'll see. Round number 3 of this one, Chris Congo versus Ekow Essuman. Ekow won the first 2 rounds. I've not really watched this. I'm not scoring the fight. It's not to be disrespectful, but it wasn't a fight that I was thinking about when doing the live watch along. Although it's a good, very good matchup between. Oh, nice counter left hook there by Chris Congo on the ropes. This is what he needs to do. He needs to be a bit more aggressive, Chris Congo. You're the bigger man, bully him. Get into the ropes and bully him. And this is what he's doing now. And when you think of sort of Ben Davison fighters, they are quite aggressive. Like Chris Congo fighting, with the jab. Enough of that. You're not going to win a British title like this. Go for it. Can't afford another defeat at domestic level. You can't remember you got beat by Michael Mickinson as well. Dave P says, better round from Chris Congo. I'm going for a Eubank win, rounds 8 to 10. Interesting. They're showing Eubank getting his hands wrapped. Who's there from Smith's team? I'm guessing he'll probably send in Paul. I knew it. I guess Paul was there. I knew he was sending Paul. Keith Dalton, when is the main event? Keith, I would say in about an hour and 10 minutes, dude. Raymond Howells says, don't understand how Peep sees Smith as competitive in this fight. Dude, he's competitive in this fight. What do you mean you don't know how? You watch boxing. Come on. Dan says, I have a weird feeling that Wilder will fight Parker next. There's some mystery opponent rumored for him. I don't know. It's definitely, look, they definitely want to do Wilder versus Ruiz. The only issue is PBC are going to do Keith Thurman versus Errol. So they wanted to do Wilder Ruiz in April, but they're going to do Keith versus Errol in April, and they don't want to do 2 pay-per-views in the same month. So they're going to move Wilder to Ruiz to May. That's what I've heard. Round number 4 of this welterweight title fight. Essuman versus Chris Congo. Remember, we're not commentating on this one unless you guys want me to. We're just waiting for the next fight, Riakporhe versus Glowacki. Paul Adams says, thoughts on Brook versus the winner of tonight. ZZ, so snooze. Want live fights, not this. Yeah, I don't really want to see it. I understand why Brook wants it. I understand why Eubank would want it. I even understand why Smith would want it because it's a big money fight. It will fill out an arena, but no, not for me. You don't eat Amir Khan and then think you can take on bigger Eubank and bigger Smith. Nah. Greg Watts says, big respect for the live ad. I'm going Eubank late stoppage or points, but will be fireworks while it lasts. Great venue. Big respect. Ade, smash that like, people. Yes, please do me a favor, smash the like or just press it. It really helps. What's he going for? Did he say Eubank stoppage or points? Yeah, Eubank point. You know what? Kind of what I'm thinking. Eubank. I've actually got Eubank early stoppage or it going to points either. Kind of where I am as well. Where are we? Fury versus Usyk is going to be like Hay versus Valiev. Not quite the same size, but the weight difference, but not a million miles away. Not a million miles away. I think Valiev outweighed David Hay by about 5.5 stone or something like that. It won't be anything like that for Fury Usyk. Darren James says, thanks for the watch along. Who wins if Parker and Ruiz fought again? Ruiz. Actually, you know what? Don't know, actually. It's close. Was Chris Congo hurt there? Because Essuman just threw a right hand like he thought he had Chris Congo in trouble. Let's have a look. I do wonder about this weight cut for Chris Congo. Oh, nice little left hook, apologies, from Essuman. The weight cut for Chris Congo. He's a big guy. He's taller than me. When I saw him, I was like, whoa, I'm surprised how tall you are. I'm like 5'10", 5'11". He was taller than me. So he's very big at the weight. And I do wonder if the engine will start to sap a little bit. Like to be nearly 6 foot and having to cut down to 147. Jesus Christ. I'll name this account later. Joseph Parker has screwed my accumulator. I'm done with him. I'm guessing that means you had Joseph Parker knockout win, yeah? Because he won. SB Mills says, didn't know you knew so much about the UFC. I love it. When does Eubank versus Smith start? Man, I'm a massive, but not just UFC, I'm a massive MMA fan. I started watching MMA Pride days, man. So yeah, big MMA fan. And I've always covered the UFC. I don't know why I don't do it as much on this channel, but we might do. Good friend of mine, Kyle Walker, is interviewing Jamie Carragher. We are with the same agent. He's doing really well. He's backstage speaking to the main man, Liverpool legend, Jamie Carragher. Eubank versus Smith will start. I'm guessing we're going into round 5 for Essuman, so I'm thinking about an hour. Yeah, about an hour. Ruiz would drown Parker. I don't think so. I think we forget Ruiz's last performance against Luis Ortiz. It wasn't great, and that's a Luis Ortiz that is years past it. Years. Where are we? Emmanuel Abang. Emmanuel from Dallas. Ade, how far from your Niger brother? My Nigerian brother in the building. Emmanuel. My name is Emmanuel as well, by the way, people. My name's Ade Emmanuel or OLADIPO. So yeah, and Emmanuel, for those of you who don't know, means God is with us. Here we go. Round number 5, Essuman versus Chris Congo. Seems to have caught fire a little bit. One thing Chris Congo's got to realize, Essuman won't slow down. This pace is this pace. That's what he does. Stuart Smith says Joseph Parker has done nothing to enhance reputation with that fight. That might lead to, I mean, the thing about Joseph Parker, he doesn't necessarily need to enhance his reputation because he was never going to get a fight against anyone in the top 5 or 6. They're all booked. But there are fights out there. The heavyweight division. I mean, even if, good work from Essuman there. Like they were really tangled in. He separated himself and then went to the body very well. Clean fighter. Look, there are so many fights out there for Joseph Parker. So even with that bad performance, he'll still get big fights. You know what? It looks like Essuman is starting to drown Chris Congo. And Chris Congo is fighting exactly the way I said he shouldn't, which is inside. It's almost like he can't seem to keep Essuman off him. And then when Essuman gets inside, Chris Congo has to either grab or take some body shots. It's not his fight right now. Where are we? Grant G says, how are you in 2 places once, Ade? You're interviewing Ben right now. Oh, is that the Ben Shalom interview that I did? Nice right-hander from Chris Congo. Yeah, I think that will. So you're watching the zone stream then of this. Okay. Minga Tejan Sia says, Ade, keep it going. Well done, brother. Love from London to Freetown. Sierra Leone in the building. Thank you, my man. Patrick Simonton says, Ade, love your content. Thought you saved the Titans fight for Floyd. Not sure what was going on with the other commentator and the kid getting booed. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I tried. Thank you very much, Patrick. I think, nice little right sort of left from Chris Congo there. I think I might need to watch this fight now. I think this fight's starting to heat up a little bit. Flizzy said, what's Joseph Parker's best win in the last 5 years? Chisora probably, isn't it? Yeah, it's Chisora. That was a good win. I thought it was a good performance against Chisora. But yeah, that's his best win. Ade, can you give a big shout out to Daniel Brown? He's a big fan of yours. Daniel Brown, if that's true, and you're a big fan of mine, thank you very much, Daniel. Or are you tricking me? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But if you are, Daniel Brown, a big fan of mine, I salute you, sir. I salute you. Theo Green says, when's the main? Theo, about an hour, I'd say. About an hour. By the way, I will say this. It's good to see a packed arena like this. They're saying it's sold out, right? Nothing better than a sold out boxing arena. I hate when boxing arenas all backed out and half empty. This is really, really good to see. Really good. Have you seen the clips of Eubank Jr. sparring Riakporhe? No, I have not seen those clips at all. Geez, is that true? P231, Ade, love you. Keep up the good work. Working hard in the factory, making you the custom-made AJ hat to put on for his next fight. I've got one already. Man, I've got that. I've got the 258. I've got the AJ stuff. Get that for free, brother. You don't need to make that for me. I've got it. Eubank by split decision. Riakporhe round 8. Essuman by KO. Essuman by KO. Okay. Let's see. I don't think a lot of people have got that. Man, you know what? You can't keep this Essuman off you. You really can't. He just swarms you with work rate. Chris Congo needs to land something and land something with mean intentions to keep him at bay, because Essuman's he's just consistently, constantly right into his chest. And Chris Congo does not like this way of fighting at all. It's becoming a bit messy now as well. The referee's going to have to do something here. Referee's having a word with both. He's having a word with Chris Congo first, because he's the one that's initiating the clinch all the time. I don't blame him. I mean, Essuman's right on his chest. What's he supposed to do, ref? I mean, what am I supposed to do? This pit bull won't leave me alone. Vinyl Pugilist says, Parker has been found out on British soil 3 times now. I love him to pieces, but he's not a contender anymore. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not being a contender. There's only about 8 heavyweights that are contenders. But there's still 15, 16 fights that he can have. There's so many fights out there for Joseph Parker. He puts bums on seats over here as well. So like someone mentioned the Dillian White fight. I'd love to see that. Joseph Parker, Dillian White 2. Give me that. I'll take that. Wouldn't you take that? So there's fights out there for him. Asim Hussein, is this event pay-per-view, and how much is it? It is. I think it's $19.95. I've just paid for it. So yeah, not quite sure that was worth it, but we're doing it regardless. Sai H says, Addy, I'm thinking of going to Saudi if Fury versus Usyk goes there, but what is the best genuine site to buy from? As you hear all the horror stories of rip-off companies. I don't know, dude. I mean, I guess I was fortunate when AJ was there that obviously DAZN took care of everything for me. I guess you're gonna have to go to the official people that put the fight on. So although it's in Saudi, remember AJ's fight wasn't, so DAZN didn't have any rights for it, nor did Matchroom. There was a company over there that put it on. So you'd have to go with them. I can't remember what the company's name is. Send me an email and I'll try and remember who it is and we'll sort it out for you. I don't think it's going Saudi, by the way. Usyk Fury, I will say that. Echo Usman's got Chris Congo on the ropes, by the way, and this is now Echo Usman's territory. Like, this is all of a sudden, here we are, round 6. This has become his fight. He's landing shots at will. Nothing big. He just landed a nice little right hand there. But this is exactly how he wants to fight. And Chris Congo, who for the first 2 rounds was able to keep him at bay, can no longer do it. And I don't think he has the power to keep him off. This is Echo Usman's kind of fight, boy. Where are we? James Kadir, controversial opinion. I think Usyk beats Fury and potentially not as hard as some are saying. Yeah, I think Usyk can beat Fury as well. I don't think it's controversial. I don't think it's controversial to say the #1 cruiserweight and the unified heavyweight champion of the world can beat Fury. Not controversial at all, dude. Not at all. Gino L. Parker fights the level in front of him. Maybe so, but I don't want to give him that excuse. Needs to do better. Needs to do a lot better. Theo Green says Parker lost the Ruiz fight. Got a gift. Wasn't a gift. Was close. Was close. It's one of those fights that, like, if that's in America, obviously Ruiz gets it. If that's in where it was New Zealand, Parker's going to get it. It's one of those ones. You get those. We understand that. Come on. I'll quickly block the spam. 2 seconds. Mike Sullivan, great commentary, mate. Listening from Istanbul tonight. I'm guessing he was referring to my wonderful commentary of Joseph Parker versus Jack Massey. We're around at number 7 now of this fight between Chris Congo, who remember has got the WBC silver welterweight title, which I know people might laugh at, but you defend that a couple of times and you do shoot up the WBC rankings, but he can't afford another loss to a domestic foe. And I think he's losing. Oh, big right hand from Echo Essuman. I feel like I saw Chris Congo's legs maybe buckle a little bit there. Mate, this is Echo. Chris Congo's hanging on. He's hanging on as well. He's holding on, Chris Congo. He's feeling this. He's not, I don't think he's feeling the power of Echo. The work rate's too much for him. The work rate's too much. Jesus Christ. Oscar Buglis, Addy, what do you make of the YouTube boxing fans who refer to you as Gideon? It's funny. I didn't even know who this Gideon was. And then I realized who it is. I heard that he's a big YouTuber that looks a bit like me. And he does some photos where he does. I get it. Yeah, so it doesn't bother me too much. Cheeky, but it doesn't bother me too much. Stanley Reddins, Addy, do you know why Adam Smith disappeared? I've heard rumors, just like most people, and I don't know enough to talk about those rumors. I don't like to talk about people's lives when it's rumors. I'd rather have some facts. William Jones says, Addy, how highly do you rate Joe Calzaghe? Here in Wales, he's considered a national treasure, 46-0, but you never hear his name up there with the greats. It won't be up there with the greats. I mean, look, he's one of, if not the best British boxer we've ever seen. But I think Joe struggles from the fact that I think he's had some solid wins. Jeff Lacey's solid win. Mikael Kessler's solid win. Chris Eubank earlier was a good win. Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins. But maybe, you know what Americans are like, maybe because that was a bit naughty there from Chris Congo. He led him with his head. I'm sure the referee's not said anything there. He dived in with his head. Ref should have said something. He done it on purpose as well. A couple of big rounds. This is turning out a bit nasty. Echo Usman's putting his forearm in the head of Chris Congo. Ref needs to have a word with both corners at the end of this round. 15 seconds to go at the end of the round. Yeah, back to the Calzaghe thing. Maybe because he didn't have a few big fights in America early. Maybe that's why he doesn't get respect, but I think all British fans love him. Rumor Mill says Adam Smith's got a gambling addiction. Rumors and rumors. Where are we? A lot of you talking about this Adam Smith thing. Interesting. Daniel Joyce says Gorman versus Clark will show Clark's level. Yeah, Gorman, I think I saw against Fabio Wardley. It's very good for 3 or 4 rounds, then isn't. So yeah, I think that's a decent fight actually. I don't mind it. CS, what happened to the live with Travis? Travis got sick on the day as well. Travis told me he was sick an hour before the live, but we are going to try and rearrange it, hopefully very, very soon. Someone telling me to stop the bots, so I'll have a look and see where they are. We'll get it done. M4 Production says, Ade, what is the most stacked division? Heavyweight, in my opinion. Prospects to elite fighters stacked. Yeah, it has to be heavyweights. Heavyweights stacked. Like stacked. Heavyweight is... You got people like Jared Anderson, who might not be a top 20, who we know is a big problem. I think Tony Yoka will come back. He's got a fight against Carlos Takam. Don't rule him out. I think people are so quick to... It's weird how quick people are to write you off. Let's not forget, Bacoli got stopped by Michael Hunter, and everyone writ him off. All of a sudden goes to France, beats Yoka. So yeah, heavyweights is bloody stacked. Really is. Ali, when is the fight happening? Ali, you got about... this fight looks like it's going to go all the way. I'm thinking... ring walk for Eubank, Ben. It's 9:30 now. I'm thinking an hour, about an hour. It's a long night, my man. I've been on the live for an hour and a half already, but I'm bloody enjoying it. All right, let's see what's going on in this fight. I'll go back to the comment section. I'm about half an hour behind in the comment section. That's how far behind we are in the comments, but we'll go back to them. This one, just watching it and reading the comments, I've not watched it properly, but it does look like Essuman's having the best of this. If anyone in the comment section wants to correct me, it looks like Essuman. Oh, nice body dig there, body shot. Oh, good jab as well up top from Chris Congo. But again, Essuman just keeps them coming forward. Essuman's not necessarily landing great shots, but if you're a judge, it just looks like he's one with all the work rate, all the pressure. But maybe he needs to do a bit more than that. 1 minute 22 left of round number 8. Remember, this is a 12-rounder, British title on the line, Commonwealth title on the line as well. I think Essuman has defended this belt 3 times, so he's won the belt outright. So this, and I asked him this will be his last time if he wins that he defends the belt, because he just wants to go. He wants an opportunity. Got caught with a couple of nice right hands there from Chris Congo coming in. Very, just head on a straight line, Essuman. Maybe he's feeling the pace a bit as well. Or maybe it's the punch power of Chris Congo. Chris Congo, a lot of people I know that have sparred him says he can hit hard. Very, very hard. I just wonder how much the weight cut takes out of him. Ade baby, I'm hyped. Or sorry, I'm pumped for tonight. So am I, man. Really, really looking forward to this one. Really looking forward. Clate, boxing and football at work in my cab. Couldn't get a stream and just remembered Ade's doing a live. Sweet mate. Got ya. I've got you. Don't worry, brother. I have got you. LRTV highlights says Chrissy. Chrissy Eubank wins tonight. I've never heard him called Chrissy before. Dan, Liam Smith seems to have more bottle and fight in him than Callum. The Canelo fight said all you need to know. Doesn't matter, does it? Both lost. Both lost. One got stopped. One lost on points. Where are we? James Kadir says, Ade, do you have a fighter you'd like to win or prefer to win for tonight? Have to say I've enjoyed how Eubank has approached his last few fights with humor and mind games. I like both a lot. I like Liam Smith a lot. I've spent time around him. I've interviewed him a few times. Same with Chris Eubank. I think in terms of those big money marquee fights, Eubank probably, right? Because you kind of feel like Eubank, Golovkin will be a big fight over here. Eubank, wouldn't you love to see Eubank and his personality go to America and take on Jamal Charlo? How different would that be? And then obviously you got the Eubank Ben one as well. For Liam, You can't say the same about those 3 fights I've just mentioned. So I think for the sport, Eubank. For me personally, I'm not too bothered. Honestly, I'm not too bothered. Josh BMF says Parker versus White. It's perfect for both now, don't you think, Ade? Yeah, agreed. I think White looked poor in his last fight against Franklin. And if anything, I'd make Parker a favorite in that fight. I would. But then again, it was White's first fight under Bunny McGirt. You know, he was out of the ring a while with a few injuries. So maybe we were a bit too harsh on him. I'm not sure. Let's get these bots out of the chat. Guys, if I've not read your question, it's not because both of them swing and misses. You don't need to write it in like 5 times. I will read it. It's just that there's so many that have come. What's this? Shaz Chili says, surprise CRB isn't in here unless Ade finally blocks him. No. I don't block. I don't block people. I only block bots. I don't know. He'll jump in. Trust me. Once the main event kicks in, he'll jump in. Subscribe. Yes, people, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. All helps. We're trying to get to 40,000 by the end of what? End of March? End of Feb? A month? I think we'll get it. Zambia, Zimbabwe. Got to feel for Cattrall. Corruption has ruined his career. Yeah. Is it corrupt or just stupid, inept judging? I'm not quite sure it's corruption. Sometimes I think it's just judges that aren't good enough. Sometimes. Are both of these guys on the rope swinging for the fences here, round number 9. 1 minute 15 to go in round number 9. And this is it now. This is just a war of attrition. This is when it must, like, in your head, there must be a part of you that's like, stop, quit. And there's the other part of you saying, no, big right hand from Essuman. The other part saying, just keep on going. Geez, this is hard. This is tough and brutal. This is how much do you want it? God. Like, they're not even trying to get off the ropes. Chris Congo's not even trying to get off the ropes. He's on the ropes. Oh, got caught with 2, 3. He's got to get off the ropes. Chris Congo's got to get off the ropes now. Essuman's landed 3 or 4 big right hands. He's now finally off the ropes and he's turned Essuman around. He got caught with 2 or 3 big right hands there, Chris Congo. He is fighting Echo's fight. This is such the wrong game plan. Jesus Christ. Back to the ropes. He's just shattered. He's tired. This is, as much as I'm saying he's fighting the wrong game plan, he's just tired. What can you do? He goes to the center of the ring now, and Echo just walks him straight down again. He tries to flick out the jab. Nothing on the jab. Straight back to the corner. Straight onto the ropes. And it's back to work from Essuman. He's got his head right in Chris Congo's chest. Good round, Echo. Very, very good round. Yeah, back to this one. Got to feel for Cattrall. Corruption has ruined his career. It has in a way, isn't it? I mean, if he were to become undisputed, the next fight he's making $1 million. Do you know what I mean? It's just that, isn't it? There's so many big fights. Oh, they just showed the big right hand that Echo landed on Chris. Chris did reply, but not the same pop. Oh, nice. Essuman's just a dog, isn't he? Just a dog. Man, I think he'll cause Conor Benn a lot of problems. Because he's just a dog and he can take a punch. And he's got every punch in the book. Big problems. We'll see what happens, man. If I'm Cattrall now, you've got to ask, what do you want to do? Do you want to continually wait? Because remember, you're fighting Josh down. Josh has only got 1 belt. He hasn't got all of them anymore. Or do you just have another fight with someone? I don't know. Josh Taylor is the most unlikable boxing champ I know. No comment. Ade, Joseph Parker said, I wish Ade OLADIPO was interviewing me, but he works for Dead Zone. Oh, that's cheeky. That's cheeky. 2 secs. What's this? Why are people so stingy hitting the like button? Come on, people, it doesn't cost anything. Yeah, it's a weird one, that. People, look, please hit the like button if you can. For me, please. There's nearly 900 of you in. If you can hit the like button, it really helps. Please do. I don't know how it helps. Can't lie to you. I have no idea, but people say it does. I'm not quite sure. Bonjour says, do you think Beterbiev gets rid of Yard early? If I had a couple of quid to put on it, I would say yes. Nice left hook there from Chris Congo. Got hit with a body shot and responded with a nice left hook. Very reminiscent of the left hook that Caleb Plant landed on Anthony Durrell. Obviously not the same twist and pop in it. Or maybe just because Echo's got a great chin. Jeez, I'd love to go and see Echo train because this engine is incredible. Chris Congo, he starts, Chris, with a jab, tries to keep it long, but then he just gets forced back to the ropes, and he's now back to the ropes. Echo's like, okay, you're here, time for me to work. Chris smart now turns him, very smart. What I don't like here, Chris just turned him, and the referee jumped in immediately. Like Chris is probably thinking, 1 second, why is it when I'm on the ropes and he's using his head and the elbows, you don't separate it? When I turn him and do something similar, you then separate it. It's a bit unfair. Bit unfair. Double jab from, oh, nice. One of them knocked the head back of Echo. Nice work. Nice right hand as well from Chris Congo. I don't know how much is on these punches. Like last minute of round number 10, not quite sure what's left. What's this one? Oscar Buglas. I don't like Josh Taylor, but there's no way he's ducking. I think he gets injured easily. Yeah, not ducking. He's not ducking. I was told that Josh Taylor got a massive, massive offer from Top Rank to fight Teofimo Lopez. When I say massive, I mean really big. But he said no, he wants to fight Jack Cattrall. So he's certainly not ducking. He's just injured. What can you do? When you push your body the way these guys push their body in sparring and training, you're likely to pick up something. What's this? Red Light says this will go all the way. Points. Is he referring to this fight? I think he was. What's this one? Bafu Owusu says, Ade, who wins, Virgil Ortiz or Jaron Ennis? I think the answer many think is Jaron Ennis. I'm not sure, you know. I think Virgil Ortiz's work rate would be a big problem. Big problem for Jaron Ennis. Not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think I can't call it. Whereas before I would have said Darren. After watching after watching Jaron's last fight, kind of swing into Virgil a little bit, you know. Don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's that easy. Two different styles. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. What's this one? Learn guitar, fool. Says Eubanks. Why do people say Eubanks all the time instead of Eubank? Will stop Smith via body shots. I know he's only been stopped once, obviously to the body, and really only been hurt once, and that was Canelo. Don't know if Eubank has that kind of power or placement of shots like Canelo does to the body. That's Canelo's bag, isn't it? His work. Usman is looking for the big right hand over the top. If he lands it, Chris will be in trouble. He's landed it a couple of times, and to be fair, Chris has taken them well. Look, Chris is, you know, he's had his spots as well. Chris has landed some good shots. It's been a good fight. It's been a very competitive fight. I just think Echo's the one that's controlling it. But I think Chris has had some success here. 2 rounds to go. And look, Chris wins these 2 rounds, you never know. But it looks like Echo's going to hold on to his belts. From what I'm seeing, I've not watched it properly because I've been reading out these. Articulate Design. My brother says, Ade, or says, sorry, nice to see you live, bro. I'm watching along on DAZN. Delighted. Nice, my man. Nice. SIH, Ade, you should pause your TV for a minute. Then we are all in sync. I should pause my TV. Am I in front? I don't think I'm in front, am I? Hassan, Big Depot in the building. Big Depot. I've been blocked for too long on IG now. Can I please get unblocked? I must have blocked. You know, for me to block you on IG, because I fucking don't block. You must have said some dumb shit for me to block. I'll think about it. I have a look at my block list when I get home. But what have you said? I don't know. Oh, what's this? Sky H says, why have Sky just gave Congo the first 2 rounds on the scorecards? He's a Sky fighter, isn't he? He's a Sky fighter. That's why. Let's hope this is not controversial. Because again, for me, Eko's the one winning this fight. I'd hate there to be some sort of dodgy decision going on here. Ministry of Truth, nice looking wingback chair, that mister. Got the studs as well. Slick. Yep, I used to make these. My ex still does make these in Nigeria. We used to make them. What else did he say? I think Eubank knows better than to try again with Billy Joe Saunders. A lot of talk about Billy Joe Saunders returning. There is a lot of talk. I haven't seen any photos of him. I don't know how big he is. I'm guessing he's massive right now. But that's another fight. Again, see, this is it. This is why the Eubank win will probably be bigger. I mentioned Golovkin. I mentioned Jamal Charlo. There's Yanni Beck. There's Munguia. And now there's Billy Joe Saunders. So many options. So many. Papa John. What I would do for Papa John's pizza right now. At a good man. Prediction: Liam Smith walked Eubank Jr. down and he can't take the heat. Smith with a wide point victory. Round 11 now done. One more round to go. One more round. What's this one? Big up yourself, Ade, from Reese Sang. I can't lie to you. Oh, Andy Clark's on commentary. I think Andy Clark's fantastic commentator. Really good. I'm happy for him as well. Obviously, when Adam Smith was there, obviously Adam Smith was in that hot seat, and Andy Clark used to do the undercard and maybe like the inter-round stuff. But it's good that Andy Clark's getting his opportunity. I had him in the studio a few months back. Really nice guy. Let's get rid of the bots. 2 secs, people. I just saw something that was interesting. This one. Have a feeling that Eubank is going to beat the living hell out of Smith. We'll see, man. I haven't got a clue how that fight's going to play out. I'm very, very excited for it. Not a clue. Not a clue. Mohammed Zishan, Ade, South Africa, a dangerous place. I heard a lot about it being dangerous. I think we hear that about a lot of places in the world. I didn't experience one thing when I was there. Obviously, I was warned about certain things, but my own experience, no trouble whatsoever. Zero. I went clubbing, I went partying, I went to the gym late at night, nothing. And I went all over South Africa. Essuman on the front foot here. Essuman is fighting, and I'm happy he's doing this like the away fighter. Bear in mind, he's the champion, but he knows that he's on a Sky card and he's not a Sky fighter. I don't know if Sky writes him after this fight, but Chris Congo is signed to Boxer. So it shouldn't play a part, but we know how it does. Essuman, I like what he's doing. He's trying to say, you know what? I'm going to show the judges I'm winning this. I'm on the front foot. Chris Congo is going for broke as well. Some big right hands. Good fight. It could happen again, this one. It really could. I don't know if Eko's got the name to get the big fights in America, but I like what he's doing. Good work. Zach 0309 says, Eden Ade, I'm still 50-50 about the main event. So am I. Normally, as the fight gets closer, I kind of change my mind and like, nah, you know what? But no, I'm very much like you. Good jab there from Chris Congo. Echo's been trying to fire out a jab. Chris Congo on the back foot now, not wanting to engage. It's almost like, if I've got it, I've got it. If I haven't, I haven't. I don't think he's trying to win this round anymore. Whereas Essuman's fighting like he's down. Oh, big right hand from Essuman. If the ropes weren't there, he's down. If the ropes weren't there, Chris Congo's down. His legs are buckled. If I'm Ekow, I'm going for it. It's a minute left. You've got to go for it. You've got to seal the deal. Chris Congo is fighting back off the ropes, but his legs are gone. He's trying. One punch and Ekow could end this. Chris Congo's got to get out of the way. He's firing back. Well done, Chris. I mean, that spirit to fire back there, but that was a big, big right hand, and that right hand's won in the round. I don't know about the score. I've not scored this fight, but that's one in the round, and I think it's one in the fight. It was a massive right hand, and the ropes held him up. The referee could have given the standing count there. The ropes held him up, but big, big shot there from Essuman. Might have been the biggest shot of the fight. Really good. I said this about Chris Congo, going back with his head up. Look, I get it. 12th round, he's tired, but that was a big right hand. That's clinched it for me. That must have clinched it. Nasty bit of work there. Last 10 seconds. Right, what we got here? John Waffle, if I can pronounce that correctly, says, when I heard you say you don't know what his knockout rate was, I had a thought about it, and based off of you saying how good he is in his current fight, I think he may have a 65% knockout rating. Wow, that's a good knockout rating. That's for Echo Essuman, yeah? Interesting. Kareem Adam, Eubank beat the girl in decline, a shell of his former self. The girl was a way better fighter than Chris in his prime. The girl was underrated and one of the most naturally gifted fighters from the UK. Agreed. Not a bad thing to say about James DeGill. Really, really like him as a fighter. And yeah, of course, you're right. Eubank did beat DeGill way past it with injuries as well. 2-6. Oscar Buglis, anyone watching UFC Brazil tonight? I got Figgy decision, Glover submission round 1, Burn submission round 1. I'm watching UFC. Gonna go home. How have they scored this? 1 second. The viewers have this a draw. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. No. I'm about to say at best a draw. No. Equisman's won that fight. I hope they don't do this. Bang! They're showing the right hand again. Fell into the ropes. Rope saved him. JJ Warner says, how many to the main event? Great show. Cheers, JJ. One more after this, and that's Richard Riakporhe versus Glowacki, which I don't think will go long. Even that, thanks for saving me some dough tonight. My pleasure, my man. My pleasure. We do what we can. Peter Gamble, Eubank, KO 10-12. You know, I've noticed as well, Sky are showing the highlights, and they're showing quite a bit of success from Chris Congo. I'm trying to look at the announcer. Where is the ring announcer? Because when it takes a bit long, I've never understood why it takes long to add up scorecards. Like, regardless if it's controversial or close, it's just you're reading 10s and 9s and 8s. Why does it take so long? Don't never get it. But the fact it's taken this long, Ben Shalom is in the corner of Chris Congo, Ben Davison. Mate, I really hope they don't try and fuck Essuman in here. British Boxing Board of Control General Secretary is next to the judges' table as well. They have the decision. They've called him both over. This has to be Echo Essuman's win. It has to be. It has to be. Don't do this to him at 33. Do not do this to him, because I won't like it. I won't like it. Benjamin Hussein Begovic. Who do you think has the biggest potential to be the new boxing star? Depends what you mean. Depends what you mean. Prospect, I like Gary Cully a lot. Flashy, arrogant, don't mind him. Like him a lot. So just wait for this decision now, guys. Just wait for this decision. This is I hate boxing for this. Just because okay, Echo Essuman's got it. Thank you. Man, that's good. That's good to see. We don't want anything like that. Essuman's got it. Happy for him. You know, I'm happy for him because not a lot of people know who he is. And I want him to get that money fight. I want him to go to America, take a risk and fight someone. I want that. And I didn't want anything dodgy to happen. Ali X says Smith's success will come from him going to the body. He's never going to hurt Eubank upstairs, but if he digs to the body where Eubank is more vulnerable, then Smith can win. But I got Eubank 8-4 on points. Yep, good. You know your stuff. Very good shot. 1,000 of you now in the live stream. Appreciate all of you for being here for the live watch along. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button as well. If you want to know what time Eubank is on, we've just had Echo Essuman versus Chris Congo. Echo Essuman won it on points. We've got krzysztof Glowacki versus Richard Riakporhe next. That shouldn't go long. I'm thinking main event ring walk 45 minutes. That's kind of where I am. Where are we? Questions. 2 secs. Mark's nice. This is a nice one. Mark Stubbs, I love this channel. Appreciate that. Small words, but I like that because we do try on this channel. We've been doing this by ourselves for so long. I do need to expand and bring people in, but I've always loved just doing this. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Gamble says, Ade, who are you thinking, I'm guessing, wins the main event and in what fashion? I've said this before, but I'll say it again. So I think Eubank either wins it early or it goes to points, and I don't know who gets it. I think Eubank starts so fast that he could just surprise Liam Smith, or it's like a case of Eubank starts fast and banks those early rounds. Smith comes back and banks the middle rounds, and then it's whoever's got enough in the tank for the final rounds. But yeah, I think it could be a great fight or it could be a blowout. 2-6. A lot of you asking what time the main event. I'd say about 45 minutes time. They did say initially a 10:30 ring walk. It's now 5 to 10. It's because I don't think they expected Joseph Parker, Jack Massey to go all the way. I think that's why we're behind a bit. I didn't even see this super chat. Apologies, JD. JD_05 super chat says, remember when Frank Warren said Fury versus Chisora did X amount of pay-per-view buys? Warren claimed it was a really high number and you didn't buy that. Yeah, I think Frank said something like it did 500,000. Whatever. There's no way Fury Chisora did 500,000 pay-per-view buys. I'm sorry. No way. Asai H says, I just put 20 quid on a draw, 16 to 1. You never know. You never know. You never know. I'm thinking more majority decision, split decision, but you never know. Paul Adams, a shout out for the quick drop on getting out Joyce Zhang video. Great fight. Great fight. Respect Joyce for that. Yeah, I done a video quickly. I just did it. Everyone that's in here now, all 1,000 of you, we do have a live tomorrow around 7 o'clock. We do it every Sunday session live. We talk about everything that's happened in the week, and obviously we'll react to tonight's card as well. So if you are new to the channel, we have a Sunday live every Sunday, and tomorrow it's at 7 o'clock. 786 NAF would love to see Parker Dubois next. Yeah, not a bad shout. I think Parker's maybe a couple of steps too steep for Dubois, even off that performance. But I mean, if you're Dubois, you got to fight someone. You got to do something next. Why not Joseph Parker? Jake says Parker getting too much stick, in my opinion. Not a KO artist, but I like watching him fight. Even if he's not a KO artist, you still want him to dominate the smaller man, a cruiserweight coming up that, and not just a cruiserweight coming up, but a cruiserweight coming up that's just British level. And he couldn't do it. That's why. 2-6. Luke _1999 says, always love this channel, never disappoints, keep it up, bro. PS, I think Nas is one of the best rappers of all time. Do you agree? I do. It's funny because I was actually listening to Nas on the train the other day. I put up like an Insta story and put Nas's music on the story, and I'm like, I'm so happy I grew up in the 90s listening to Nas and Tupac. Some of this rap music now, I don't know what the fuck these guys are talking about. So yeah, big fan of Nas, and thank you so much for the comment as well. You know what? This is a good shout. This is a very, very good shout from Ninja's Rose. Essuman really reminds me of a young Sean Porter. He does. Maybe not as stocky, but there is a lot about him that Sean Porter, like that just relentlessness, like just keeps on coming. I like that shout. Very good shout. Flizzy says, Ade, have you seen Bouncers, Wicked and Bad, Sunday Smoke? If you have any opinions on it, I like it. I think there's a few really interesting characters. Look, I like what Bouncer's doing. I started to know about Bouncer when he fought a guy that I follow called Arms Corleone, and I like the idea. I actually spoke to DAZN about it as well. Like, seeing what this guy's doing, because it's very similar to what Misfits is, because it's like influencers, but obviously with a smaller following that fight each other, right? It's quite similar. I am concerned sometimes about the amount of people around the ring and all that kind of stuff, but I don't mind it, man. It's fun. It almost reminds me a bit of Sunday Smoke that used to happen at Mayweather's gym. So maybe he's got the idea from that. Ade, it's crazy that we have the same name. It's not crazy. Ade's a popular name. Goals for George. Are these welterweights? Yes, they are. They are. You know what's funny about that? I do think they were quite small looking, right? Especially Ekow Essuman. And it reminds me about what Conor Benn said. I remember Conor Benn, he went to America, and there's a time when he was standing next to Teofimo Lopez. This is when Teo, I think, was 135 pounder. Teo looks bigger than Conor. So these Americans are big. They cut a lot of weight, I think. I don't think we cut as much weight over here. But yeah, they looked quite small, didn't they? The Red-Eyed Jedi. Ade, Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I am. I think I leave the country in a couple of weeks. Still not confirmed. Super Bowl, I'm not quite sure if I'm going or not, but if not, I am still going to go to New York for Serrano and Alicia Beckham Gardner. Not to work, just to go and watch it. See if I can get a cheap flight out there to go and watch it. We'll see. Joe Harley says, late tuning in. What's the fight before the main event? The fight is Richard Riakporhe versus krzysztof Glowacki. That's coming up next. Lee Barry says, what time is the main event starting? Approximately, I would say approximately, it's 10 o'clock now, Lee. Quarter to 11. I'll say that. It's a bit of a late one. Obsidian. Love you, dude. It was an honor being a Patreon sub back in the day. You know what? It's funny, the Patreon stuff, because I did have a Patreon account, and I was just, what I did on the Patreon as well, I was just telling you personal stories about my life. I'm going to get the Patreon back up and running. I want to do something completely different from boxing on the Patreon. I'm trying to think of like a movie podcast or something I can do a bit different. I'll think about it, but I do want to I just want to separate what I enjoy from boxing. I enjoy music, I enjoy movies, I enjoy film. So I might just do something about that on the Patreon. So watch this space, I'll let you guys know. What's this one? Holly Taylor, big shout out to my hubby who's been trying to get his comment on the screen. Jerome Taylor. All right, if we see Jerome Taylor, we'll definitely get it on the screen. I will find it, Holly Taylor. I promise you. Tell Jerome Taylor to send it in again, and we'll get it. We'll get it done. I promise you. Gabrielle S, sending love from Israel. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. I really appreciate it. Wells in the building is too. Where's everyone from? Please put your countries down. Let me know. Richard Riakporhe making his ring walk. He also said, Richard Riakporhe, that he'd fight Chris Billam-Smith. It's funny. I saw Chris Billam-Smith jogging the other day, massive, because he lives about 5 minutes from me in Stratford. He didn't recognize it was me, but he jogged past me. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this man's, it was freezing and he was sweating. I was like, okay, he's serious. He lives the life. Khan Pawaz, hi Ade from the UAE. Any way of watching this? Unfortunately, not Khan. We can't show you, bro. If I show you, my channel gets taken down. Fidel Castro says, Ade, how did you get employed by Matchroom? They just reached out. Obviously, I was doing DAZN stuff first, and then Matchroom said they want to use me. And it was a weird one. I was like, then I thought, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. And I think it's been a really good decision. It's been a difficult decision just because people call you a company man and all that shit. But look, I've traveled the world watching boxing, so it's been a good decision as well. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time. And I'm looking forward to the next sort of fights coming up. Obviously, we got Lee Wood versus Mauricio Lara coming up. So can't wait to get going. I can't wait. What's this one? Marcelo 83. Can we just skip to the main fight? I hate these boring undercards. They're not that. Once you only think about the main fight, then I can imagine everything else does look a bit boring. But some of these undercards are good. I think this one's going to be a good little scrap. Oh my god, I can't believe how many questions are coming out. I've missed a couple of super chats. I will find them, and I will go back. Okay, I'm just going to quickly read out these. Quinn 40 says, I've just seen 13 likes, but 1,000 watching. Come on, people, support our man. surely you guys can hit the like button. Anyway, I think you guys will. I promise. Quinn, they'll do it. I'm trusting they'll do it. Guys, hit the like button for me, please, if you can. It's not too much to ask, is it? Lone Wolf Boxing. Who are your top 10 heavyweights today? All right, let's start very quickly. Let's see if we can do this. So Fury, Usyk, AJ, Wilder, Joyce. That's definitely the 5. And the other 5 in no order. Ruiz has to be in the 5. Sorry, the other 5. Frank Sanchez, a problem for a lot of people. Frank Sanchez, no one wants to fight him. Who else is in there? I want to say Zhang because I thought he beat Hrgovic. I know people might say Hrgovic, maybe, but Zhang, he beat Hrgovic. Hrgovic probably sneaks in there as well. One more. Who have I missed? I feel like I've missed someone obvious. Who have I missed? One more. That was 9, wasn't it? Who else? Who's a top 10 heavyweight? I'm struggling to. Is it? Would I put Bacoli as a top 10 now? After the win about Tony Yoka, thing looks really good. Jared Anderson. I might have had Alanius there before he got slept. My God, the physique on Richard Riakporhe is insane. Jesus Christ. That's it. That's it. I'm not doing alcohol for 4 months. That is it. We're not drinking. We're not drinking. That physique's incredible. Incredible. Yeah, so that was like 11 I just gave you, wasn't it? So yeah, those are mine at the moment. All right, we're gonna a couple more super chats before we're gonna commentate on this fight as well, by the way. They're just showing David Hay ringside with glasses on in the dark. Gotta love David. David's living the life, isn't he? He is living the life. Chris Tyndall, apologies, says, been a fan for ages, love your honesty, ignore the haters. Warrington versus Wood. Which way are you going if you've got a gun to your head? Gun to the head, Warrington versus Wood. Lee Wood, I think. Yeah, I think Wood. Tough fight. I'm going to go. All right, let's do this. First round, Rich Riakporhe versus krzysztof Glowacki. What does Glowacki have left? Rich Riakporhe looks massive. Obviously, skinny legs, very much in the sort of Wilder thing, hence why he's so tall and has a big upper body. krzysztof Glowacki, former world champion. Lawrence Okolie detonated him. Richard Riakporhe is going to want to make a statement here, just because, again, Lawrence Okolie is now signed to Sky. That's a fight they want to make. We'll see what he can do. Richard Riakporhe just on the back foot. He's got that right hand cocked, ready to go. He fights like that all the time, Richard Riakporhe. So it's that. He does that, and he holds his right hand back all the time. Good jab from Riakporhe. krzysztof Glowacki is the one that's trying to walk him down. Another good jab. krzysztof Glowacki looks slow on his feet. Yeah, feet's got tangled there, and both of them look a bit slow. A minute gone in round number 1. Good jab from Richard Riakporhe. Good jab to the body as well from Richard. That's nice. We don't really see that a lot from him. Or I don't anyway. Glowacki reaching, just threw his left there, and he just reached and kind of stumbled over. He's going to struggle to get inside Riakporhe. That's nice from Riakporhe, that is. Free, get out of the way. Richard just having a look here. Having a look. He knows he's got the power. He knows anytime he can hurt Glowacki. But, with Richard, everyone wants him to go to that sort of, world title next. I feel like I still need to see a bit more. I know he looks good in these fights and he gets the job done, but I still need to see a bit more from him. Mix it up a bit. Like, I still think everything's a bit 1-2, 1-2 sometimes. It's the left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. I want to see a bit more, like double jab, feint, go to the body, hooks to the body. Do you know what I mean? Mix it up a bit. Show me that you've got that, because you're going to need that to win a world title. Glowacki stalking. Glowacki, big right hand from Richard Riakporhe off the ropes. See, I feel like this is what he's going to do. And Glowacki is the one that's committing here, and he's going to get knocked out. He's lucky this is not Glowacki of 5-6 years ago with a bit more ambition. I don't know if he's come over here with just a paycheck in mind, or if he genuinely wants another shot at a world title if he wins. What's the ambition left with Glowacki? 20 seconds left in round number 1. Cagey round. No one's really landed anything of note. Almost an even round, this one. Oh, nice little left hand there from Glowacki. He still looks like he's got the power. But how much ambition? What's left in the tank? End of round number 1. Even round. I think it's fair to say. I didn't see much in this round, even. I want to see way much more, though, from Riakporhe, though. Even round. All right. Where are we? Wow. Loads of comments coming in. We are going to try and see all of them. 2 second. Random ones. All right. What's this? Oscar, but Frank Sanchez is a boogeyman. All right. A man with the qualities of a bogey. Nah, he's better than that. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Frank Sanchez is a boogeyman, a boring boogeyman, but a boogeyman nonetheless. Yeah. Yeah. Ade says, Ade, have you enjoyed working Misfits? Yeah, I've loved it. I'm serious. I really enjoy it. It's different for me. It's something different. I feel like I'm entertaining on the stage, so it's completely different from what I'm used to doing. A few of you asking what time Eubank Junior fights. Depends. How quick can Riakporhe get rid of Glowacki here? If he gets rid of him in 15 minutes, then we're on in about half an hour. If this goes all the way, which I really hope it doesn't, I'm guessing it's a 10-rounder, then we're not going to get going until, I don't know, what's the time now? 10 past 10 now, 11, maybe? Goals for George as Franklin will be a problem for AJ. Yeah, at this stage, I think everyone's a bit of a problem for AJ just because mentally we don't know what AJ is, new trainer. But AJ, I think it'll be a problem early. AJ will stop him. AJ will stop him. 2 6. What's this one? Briz Toz, feel bad for Bakoli, a fighter that doesn't have commercial value and risks any top 5 to 25. We'll talk about that, actually. It's a good point. 2 minutes, into 2 minutes, sorry, of round number 2. Richard Riakporhe again, jab, 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 big right hand, jab, 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 big right hand. Need more. I really do. And maybe being a bit too critical. But again, we're talking about a guy that his next fight, you want a world title. You know, when I see this, it scares me to think of how Riakporhe or Cody would look. As much as that's the fight we want, it might turn into a bit of a boring fight because both of them don't really mix it up that much. And it could almost be a bit of a standoff. Hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it could. I wouldn't mind seeing Riakporhe versus Bradis. I know Bradis doesn't have a title, but I think that's a good fight. That's a really, really risky fight for Riakporhe, that one. 1 minute 26, round number 2. Again, Glowacki, the one stalking. Oh, big right hand from Riakporhe. He's done. That's a big right hand. He's a good finisher of Riakporhe as well. Glowacki's legs buckled. If he can separate himself now, I said, what does Glowacki have left? And I think the answer is nothing. If Riakporhe can just separate himself, he's got a chance here just to finish this in round number 2. Uppercut. Glowacki always puts his head down. He's got to look for the uppercut. Glowacki fighting back, which is interesting, but I think he's felt the power, and all it takes is one more. I don't know why Riakporhe's initiating a clincher. He doesn't need to. He can land that big right hand again. Glowacki's legs completely buckled here. How long does he have left? 40 seconds of round number 2. Come on, Riakporhe. Come on. Get him out of there. We want to see Eubank versus Smith. What's he doing? He's having a look. Tried to go to a hook to the body. Riakporhe, nothing. He's clinching. Riakporhe's holding a bit as well. Surely he's not feeling the pace early. No way. No way. Maybe he just needs a bit of a second wind. I mean, credit to Glowacki here. He's still fighting on the front foot, trying to go to the body, but he just looks old. Looks like an old man. I don't know how old Glowacki is. I'm guessing he's about 38, 39. He looks a lot older than that. Referee's going to have a word with Glowacki. When he does get in, though, he gets in and he uses his head a little bit and he holds. That was a big right hand from Richard Riakporhe. End around. They're both complaining about the heads. Big, big, big right hand from Riakporhe. 2 secs. Where are we? The UFC is starting right after the show finishes. Got to be up until like 6 a.m. Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do. Oh, Anas Malik says you can put a mirror behind your chair. That way you have plausible deniability. You know, they're even trying, believe it or not. I know some companies are even trying to stop. Oh, they just showed the Riakporhe right hand. It was wonderful. He needs to give himself time to finish. You know what? Riakporhe actually, he got caught as he came in for the finish. He got caught with a little right hook, which is probably why he kind of took a couple of steps back. He got caught coming in. I just noticed that. Yeah, back to it. I know a couple of channels that are trying to stop these watch-alongs. They're not happy. Broadcasters. You know, it's weird. You're talking about watching a fight, they're still not happy. So a mirror behind, they're shutting your channel down. Michael Benson boxing fans hate Fury and anyone, to be honest. I met Michael Benson. He works in the same building I work. I met him once before. Nothing like what you guys think, put it that way. Round number 3. Let's see if Riakporhe can sort of add to that big right hand. Or, my God, this is a 12 rounder. Let's hope this doesn't go 12, please. Let's hope this doesn't go 12. Jab from Riakporhe again. And you know what I don't like as well about Riakporhe's jab? It's almost a rangefinder. He's not a ramrod jab. He's not using it as a punch, as a weapon. He's using it just to almost find range for that right hand, which is all good. But then you got to throw that right. Good jab there, though, from Riakporhe. That took the head back of Glowacki. Glowacki, to be fair, you know, still on his toes, still bobbing and weaving, still looking interested. And look, he's come in. He knows where he is in his career. He could have taken a knee with that right hand that Richard Riakporhe threw him. Thought, you know what, fuck it, just pay me, let me go home. But he's still here, still wants to win. Good jab from Riakporhe again. Hasn't thrown that right hand yet, and we're a minute 40 into this round. Hasn't thrown it. Need more. I need more from Riakporhe. Come on. I mean, more activity. Like, it's just jab, jab, jab. It's like I don't know what it is about him not wanting to throw it that right as much. Maybe in a way, maybe that's quite good, right? You're not right hand happy, but you need to see a bit more. That was better. I threw it to the body. So that mixing up a little bit. Mate, to be fair to Glowacki, he still looks pretty dangerous, you know. He's throwing big sort of swinging punches here. I think Riakporhe's got to be careful, because Glowacki still looks like there's something there in this for him. Good jab from Riakporhe, took the head back of Glowacki. That's more like it. If you're gonna throw that jab, throw it. Like, throw it with mean intentions. Come on. It's such a weapon, the jab, and I feel like a lot of these fighters don't use it properly. Riakporhe got caught there with a right hand, almost acknowledged it. Kind of said, okay, Glowacki, thank you for that. You know, I can see you still here. 10 seconds left of round number 3. Oh, another big right hand from Riakporhe, right at the button, right at the end of the round, though. That's the problem. Right at the end of the round. And then he backs off anyway. Okay. Good round. Good round. LP Lavish, unpopular opinion. Devin Haney beats everyone at 135 and 140. Of course he doesn't. Stop it. What are you talking about? Nick Mandelberg, Ade, I'm going crazy. I just saw you interviewing Ben Shalom on DAZN Canada. Yes, I did. I interviewed him on Thursday. I'm guessing it's going out now. This one, Christopher Stuckey. Hi, Ade. I'm laid in a dodgy Heston travel lodge with my lady, relying on you for my entertainment. Jeez. Hopefully this is not going out in the loudspeaker and your missus heard that, because surely your missus can provide some entertainment as well. Here we go. What's this? Round 3 or 4? Where are we? What round is this? I think, is it round 3 or round 4? Come on, Richard Riakporhe. We want this done. We want to see Eubank Smith. Come on, get the job done. Impress. Make a statement. Make a statement. He landed a good right hand right at the end of the 3rd, did Richard Riakporhe, and same at the end of the 2nd. I thought at the end of the 2nd, when he buckled Glowacki's legs, I thought that was that. But as he tried to come in for the finish, Glowacki did land a nice little sneaky right hand. I think that deterred Riakporhe from really going for the kill. But he knows he's got the power to hurt Glowacki. It's just a case of him throwing a few more punches. I don't think his punch output's been enough in this fight. I'm going to read a lot of your comments in a minute. We'll save them to the end of the fight. Loads are coming through. Apologies. Super chats I'll read straight away as well. Let's just get back to this one. Riakporhe on the front foot, Glowacki on the back foot now. It was Glowacki for the first couple of rounds on the front foot. Glowacki turns it around. Again, though, on the back foot now, he's not engaging as he was. Nice work, though, from Glowacki. He's still punching. I mean, he's still going for it, as Glowacki. He's just, don't know what's in those punches. This is, like, Riakporhe's got to understand, he's fighting a former faded world champion here, and he is faded. He needs to make a statement here, because everyone's been screaming about him versus all the champions. And I feel like, I've always said, I feel like I need to see one more. If he makes a statement here, then yeah, the next fight should be the world champion. But he needs to make a statement. He needs to show us that he's improving every single fight. And it isn't just a case of, I've got a big right hand. Riakporhe ties. Referee breaks them. A minute left in round number 4. These rounds are flying. Good, but that's more like it. See, I need to see more of that. He threw a nice little body shot inside. They were tangled up close, threw a nice little body shot. More of that. What are we doing? More variation, more. Glowacki's a man that's been there and seen it. I mean, he'll start working out what you're doing. I don't think Glowacki's going to win this fight, but he'll start reading patterns. Glowacki, I wonder if maybe the southpaw stance is causing a bit of problems. I'm not quite sure. Maybe. Like that again, dig to the body. That's it. That's more like it, Riakporhe. Now he's starting to dig. He's starting to dig. He got hurt to a body, Riakporhe. He's like, you know what? Enough of this. Let's have a fight. Whoa. Referee's jumped in already. Okay. Bit of a surprise. Don't get me wrong. When Riakporhe turned it up, he turned it up very quickly. Like Riakporhe landed a body shot. Glowacki landed a body shot back. And then Riakporhe was like, fuck this. Let's go. And he started landing big shots, big shots, big shots. I'm a bit surprised the referee jumped in that quick. That surprises me. I feel like the referee, I don't know. I think in their head, they want a main event ring walk time of around 10:30. The referee thought, you know what? If I can jump in, I'm jumping in. What do you guys make of that stoppage? Look, Glowacki wasn't moaning about the stoppage, but yeah, that's the problem. Chris Smith ringside now with Andy Clark and Matthew Macklin. As I said, Richard Riakporhe does say he wants the Chris Smith fight. Both of them are in weird places. Remember, Chris Smith, I'm not quite sure he's got the British, but he had British, Commonwealth, and European. Next fight for him is a world title. Next fight for Riakporhe is a world title. If they both can't get it, they fight each other. All right, let's see where we are with some comments. Let's go. Rafael Hudson says, call me crazy, Ade, but I think Zheng stops Joyce. Oh, you can't eat those southpaw straight lefts all night without the Eastern European lean-in tactics with Joyce, which Joyce doesn't implement. I don't think you're crazy again. I don't think you're crazy. All right, here we go. So they both land. So Riakporhe lands a body shot. Glowacki lands a body shot. Riakporhe lands left hook, left, right. And then he thinks, it's almost like he goes, you know what, let's go. Oh, he lands a big right hand there. Referee's having a look. Another big right, which just whistles by. Then what? Let's have a look and see this. Was it an early stoppage? That left hand over the ear, not fully let me see. I want to see if anything lands clean for the ref to stop. Nah, early. I'm sorry. The ref just decided, fuck it. Early. Don't get me wrong, Glowacki's not really defended himself, but there was nothing clean. When Glowacki was in the corner, Riakporhe actually didn't land anything clean. All right, let's have a look again. They're showing it from a different angle. I just want to see it again because I don't want to say the ref, you know, you got to save the fight. I just want to see if anything really landed. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. the main event's on soon. This one, Joe Nathan, do you think either of Eubank or Smith hit hard enough to stop each other? I can't see it personally. Both great engines and great chins. Eubank definitely hits hard. Definitely hits hard. When he sits on his shots, let's not forget the knockout. I know Adney Yildirim isn't Liam Smith, but that knockout of Yildirim where he stares over him, he can hit. He can hit. Where are we? Mitchell's mental health. Evening. What have I missed? Not much. Not much. Essuman got the W. Richard Riakporhe here now with the W as well. And we are about 15 minutes from the main event, people. Woo! Jesus Christ. Robin Starkey, White Parker 2. No, don't want it. Both fighters are past their best. Even if they are past their best, I mean, it still makes a great fight. I mean, if they're both deteriorating at the same rate, it's still a great fight. I think it's a good fight. I don't mind it. The Red Eye Jedi. I feel like White and Parker in the rematch will both try to win on points and make a boring fight. Nah, I don't think they will. I think they'll fight. I think they'll go for it. I think it's a good fight. The first fight was really close. I think they'll go for it. Guys, girls, do me 2 favors. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and one more favor, put your predictions in. Once they're in, they're in. I don't just want Smith Eubank, I want Smith Eubank how. Points, knockout, what rounds, get them in. We'll put as many up on the screen as we can. Liam McCann, Parker will make a lot of money as the new Chisora. He's better than that, man. He's not that, like, Parker's not done like that. Parker's a good fighter still, man. Parker will be interesting fights. Like, Parker will fight the guys like Michael Hunters of the world, Bacody's of the world, Yokers of the world, and being really good fights. I think we're maybe being a bit disrespectful. Robin Starkey, Yard won't last 4 rounds. Jeez. What else we got? Mike says Usman has that jollof rice strength. Where's Usman from? I think is he from Zimbabwe? I don't know where he's from. Zach Sanderson says, is Eubank really at 50%, or was this just him throwing that in? If it was that easy, Roy Jones wouldn't have come through. Roy is not cheap to have around. Yeah, he's taking a good percentage. Of course, he's not 50%. He's very, very serious in this one. Very, very serious. It's a tough fight. He knows. He knows. Trevor Biddle says, all right, Addy Mush, come on, Liam. Hope it's a good fight. Should be. Big up from Bidsy, West Midge Gypsies. Oi! They're speaking to Richard Riakporhe now in the ring. He's got honestly, his physique's incredible. His shoulders, man. You know what's crazy about it as well? Like, what do they weigh? 14 stone something? Not big guys. That's crazy. MD, Hade. Hey, Hade, as we never ever seen Usyk in big trouble, do you think Fury got enough power to hurt him and knock him out? Would he have to go back to his old style to win this fight? No, Fury's definitely got enough power. Fury now sits on his shots. I mean, I think we've seen it. Like, Fury's, I mean, he knocked out Wilder. A lot of that was down to exhaustion, but put Wilder out. He knocked out Wilder, knocked out White, could have knocked out Chisora, just didn't really want to. He's got the power to hurt him, 100%. Josh BMF says, love the vids, by the way, bro. Haven't missed one since I started watching you about a year ago. Say AJ and Wilder both look great in the next couple of fights. Who do you think wins? Right now, Wilder. Wilder, that power is not. I think it's just, even if AJ, I need to see a better AJ. I need to see an AJ that, like, still has that power, like that knockout power. Like, when they first were going to fight a few years back, you always thought like it was knockout artist versus knockout artist. We haven't seen AJ really put anyone to sleep for a long time. We saw Wilder just put Hellenius to sleep. Not just that, but it's the knockdowns with Fury as well. Like, Wilder's very, very, very good. Honestly, like, you think how good Fury is, and think how close he was to beating Fury twice. Man, Wilder's good. All right, guys, I need predictions. I'm gonna What's this? 2-6. It's a good one. It's a good question. Rufai Hudson, what does the win do for the main event? Big for. Oh, okay. Are they doing Chris Smith versus Riakporhe next? Is that what they're doing next? Look at the size of these guys. Jesus Christ. Remember, Riakporhe does have a win already over Chris Smith. But you know what? Money talks. It's a big fight. It is a really big fight. So why not? Why not do it again? It'll be an interesting fight. And I think this is a much better Chris Smith as well. I like it. A win for the main event. Loads. For Liam Smith, it's winner stays on. Whether or not it goes back to 154, I don't know. I don't think there'll be interest from America for Golovkin Smith or Smith versus Jamal Charlo. I think if you're Smith and Brooke wants to roll the dice with you, you do that. At this stage, 34, get the money. Big money fight, Kell Brook. 154, maybe Josh Kelly. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, some big fights out there for both. Eubank, if he wins, then I mean, there's hundreds of fights out there. Hundreds. 2-6. Anas Malik, Eubank Jr. will destroy Billy Joe Saunders now. It's not even close. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, he's been out for too long. It'll be nearly 2 years in May. 2 years. Been out too long. King Ade on his green throne. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They got George Groves in the studio now, Carl Froch and Johnny Nelson. George looks so different. It's incredible. You know what I did see with George as well? He was on what was he on? Soccer AM. And I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have his tattoos anymore. So I remember George used to have quite a few tattoos. I think he's done laser surgery to get rid of his tattoos. He just looks nothing like the George Groves that used to fight. Obviously, he's had his hair done, tattoo removed, completely different person. Completely different person. How would have a Prime Murray performed with Eubank Jr.? Martin Murray, I think Eubank would have beaten him. But tough fight though, because Martin Murray was tough, but I think Eubank would have beaten him. What's this one? Jesus, someone put a muzzle on Jonas. Irritating. I like Tasha Jonas. I think she's wonderful. Mike says Tasha Jonas is bae. Something about that Scouse accent that turns me. Look at that. Look at this. Random. This is when you know the world's just so different. Marcelo says, put a muzzle on her. Mike says, think about the Scouse accent. That's just it, isn't it? That's just it. And another one says Tasha is a terrible commentator. Jesus, can't please people. Can't please people. Good question here from Gabriel Martinez. Any chance of seeing some content with people like Wade or Vidal on this channel? Yeah, it's something I need to do. I do. I do need to get a bit more out there with the channel. I like doing this. You know, I've become so accustomed to doing this kind of stuff by myself. The idea of getting someone in and recording it's a bit long sometimes, but we do need to do some more stuff. All right, for everyone that's wanting to know what's going on, we're about 15 minutes from the main event. 15 minutes. I'll let you guys know as soon as we're doing ring walks. For now, keep the questions coming in and we'll read them out. Ryan Donnelly Box says, I think Eubank is genuinely mad. Be interesting to see how it affects his style. It won't. I don't think it will. All I want to see is him jump over the ropes. Is his dad here? I haven't seen any sign of Chris Eubank Sr., which is interesting. What's this one? It's a shame what has happened to Billy Joe Saunders. Would like to see the Eubank rematch. Look, he had the fight against Canelo. It's not like he didn't have big fights. I think the fight against Canelo was really good. Or it was getting really good, and then that happened. And then Canelo just broke his face. And I mean, your health is more important. He made some good money from it. So he's probably just enjoying life. At least he went to America and had that fight. It was a big fight. Remember, there was that one. Was it the one in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium? I think that was incredible. That was like 2 months before I joined the Zones. I would have been out there for that. Gutted. All right, here comes the predictions. Molly Richards says Eubank will stop him in the 8th round. Mark my words. I love when people say that, like guaranteed. Gabriel Martinez says I'm just about leaning towards Eubank Jr. 2 seconds. What's this one? Briz Toz, Eubank winning tonight, bringing violence and aggression. Don't see it going beyond 6. Interesting. Oh my God, I'm so behind in the comments. You guys, I'm reading the comments and a lot of them are still about Essuman Congo. Jesus Christ. No Retreat, No Surrender. Great film. Great film. Van Damme is in that film, by the way. Do you know Van Damme's the baddie? The girl was only 32 when Eubank beat him. It was an excuse. Age ain't nothing. It was the fights that he was having. He had some really tough fights, really brutal fights. So it wasn't. Remember, he had that fight against Caleb Truax to bust up his face. Badu Jack was brutal. So it wasn't the age, just his body was shutting down. And he had a long amateur career as well. That's what it was. What's this one? Lewis Roberts. No one backs Liam to win. He's the pride of Liverpool. Lauren Morgan. Liam all the way. 2 secs. What's this? I don't even understand what this is. Ade won't say anything bad about his continent. I have no idea what you're talking about. Does anyone know what bad Ganasha is talking about? I have no idea. What is he talking about and what does it have to do with boxing? I don't know. I'll see if I can find what he was talking about a bit later. 2020 Vision says, who in Eubank's division do you reckon could drop him? If Canelo and Eubank fought at 168, could he knock you? Loads of people could drop him. Yanni Beck could drop him. I mean, I know he's got a chin, but I mean, it's not just a chin. These other fighters are smart. They go to the body. Jamal Charlo's a big puncher. Golovkin's a big puncher. Munguia can punch. It's like he's not had these fights. So as much as we like to dine out on his chin, he's not had them. He's not had the fights. So I don't know. What's this one from the main man Maestro says, salute at OLADIPO. Where does big, I'm guessing you meant big phrase, go from here? More grazing, or will they match him more competitively? More grazing. I need to see that performance. I didn't watch it, but some people are not very high on that performance. I guess the thing is, you can graze a lot in the heavyweight division because there's a lot of names to graze with. Is he ready for former world level guys? Don't know. He's only had 6 or 7 fights, hasn't he? So I guess let him get into double digits. So let him have 3 back-to-back quick, and then by the end of the year, I think they might move him. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does. 2 secs. All right, this is all about Congo still. Oh, my thing's starting to flash a bit. Hopefully it's not gonna, my connection doesn't go again. 2 secs. Where are we? Articulate Design says that's 2 losses for Congo in his last 4 fights. Tough road back. Yeah, it's a tough road back because of the division as well. It's not a stacked division over here, the welterweight division, or at least not stacked with names that the casual fans know. That's the problem. They got him a British title shot on his own card, right? He's a boxer fighter. Those are the chances you've got to take. You've got to take those chances. You've got to take those chances if you want to go to that next level. And maybe this is his level. Maybe British level's his level. It's not a bad thing. Not everyone can go to world level. Wow. They're showing the AO Arena here, and it looks incredible. Stunning. Honestly, looks stunning. Wow. Boxer are doing bits, man. Boxer are doing bits. What's this one? Beno says, this is quality. I don't know of other channels that do boxing watch-longs. Ade knows his stuff for sure. Thank you. There are a few channels that do it. I admit there are a few others that do it. We're all trying, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Look, there's 1,500 of you watching this, which is crazy. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get the predictions in. What we got here? We got Liam points. Beno says, I hope Smith can win. What's this one? What's this? You know, Smith points as Lewis Roberts. God, I'm so excited by this fucking fight. Look at this. Ade, I thought guns were illegal in the UK. You're looking ripped. Don't tease me, Karma. My old heart can't take the tease. 2 secs. 2 secs. Just trying to look for predictions. Lauren Morgan, come on, Liam. Bloody hell, they've got 5 people now in the studio. 5. It's a bit overkill, isn't it? Can't even get a word in with 5. They're showing Eubank on the pads. I can't lie. Eubank does look fantastic on the pads. Looks really good. He keeps doing this thing with his left. He's showing like a left hook. It's almost like they're trying to. That's Roy's punch, isn't it? That left hook. Looks really good on the pads. Let's see what he's got, man. I'm really looking forward to this. Beno, Joe Parker defo seems like he likes that power to put people away. Seems like he likes or lacks. Maybe lacks is what he meant to say. Uncle Albert 14. Get your comments in. We're going to read as many as we can before we commentate on the main event. Even that they love the content. What's your prediction for Beterbiev Yard, and where do you think the loser goes? If it's Beterbiev that loses, then it's a rematch immediately with Yard. If it's Yard that loses, then there are good fights here domestically. I think Dan Aziz is one that they should look at. I know he's with Boxer, but I'm sure they can do something. There's others. There's Callum Smith. Although Callum Smith will probably want to get in with Beterbiev. He is WBC mandatory. There's loads of options. My prediction for Beterbiev Yard as well is Beterbiev wins by stoppage. We're going to do a live watch along for that next week as well. We're staying busy. 2 secs. Where are we? 2 seconds. Dave P. The show Natasha Jonas. I think Natasha's beautiful, by the way. Tasha Jonas, really beautiful. Don't know why I just said that. Dave P. Don't clip that. Ade, just want to say a big thank you for your lives and consistent videos. Great channel and appreciate your work. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Where are we? Trying to just see where we are. 2 secs, peeps. I'm just trying to see if there's any predictions. No retreat, no surrender, says Eubank. I want to see predictions now. 2 secs. Ade, you looking forward to Creed 3? I think I'm actually in Creed 3. I know I should know I am in, but at the Ryan Garcia fight with Javier Fortuna, they filmed when I was hosting, and they filmed part of that guy, the main protagonist, his ring walk. They filmed it there, and then they kind of went to us as well. So I might be in it a little bit, but I'm going to the premiere anyway, both of them in America and in the UK. Obviously, the Zone feature quite big in it. What's this one? Flizzy says, Ade, I must say what you accomplished in the last 5 years is literally absolutely insane. Super proud, man. Continue the good work. Thank you. I'm getting a few countries you guys are from as well. This is nice. I like this. Where people are from. Juba is from Cyprus. You is from Sweden. Jamboy Cat from Spain. Is this true? If this is true, this is all crazy. Everyone's from all over the place. Dara Azizi from Arizona, USA. Mr. Charles, maybe not as glamorous, Hertfordshire. DJ Clockwise, Sweden in the house. Emmanuel Bang, Dallas, Texas. Again, not a very glamorous one. True Sniffer, Lewisham, literally about 20 minutes from here. Stuart Smith in the building from Glasgow, Scotland. They got Eubank, by the way, a 2-5 favorite, so odds on to win. Come on, do this ring walk. Username 1 USA. A guy called Jasmine, Croatia. Jesus Christ, it's real. Is everyone really from all over the place like this? This is amazing if it's true. Briz Toss from the glamorous Myland. Maestro, this is the only one I know that's fact. 100% real. The Bronx, New York, USA. I met Maestro in New York for the Ketela Serrano fight. One of the most knowledgeable people in boxing I've ever seen or I've ever met. Incredible. They've just gone for another break, so that means we are doing ring walks. Quarter to 11. I'm guessing it's all going to happen at 11 o'clock. Anonymous, this is a bit random. What's your opinion on Rory Jennings? One of, if not the most hardest working people I've ever seen in my life, met and been around. I know people have their opinion on him because he does sometimes like to talk a bit of nonsense when he does his videos, but in terms of just pure hard work, the one like it's crazy. It's crazy. Skeptic from Morocco. What's this one? Fight Game Fame. Ade, huge fan. Just found your YouTube channel. Any advice for an aspiring combat sports journalist? Big love from the USA. I would always say start a YouTube channel. I'd always say you'll be surprised how many people have now been found from YouTube. So you've got to start a YouTube. It's too easy. Look, all you need is one of these and a mic that plugs into this. Put this on the stand, talk, upload. It won't look great straight away, but you'll get there. You really will. All right, we are nearly at that time. Ring walk's going to be interesting. I'm guessing Liam Smith's going to walk first. Laura Kavanagh from Ireland, one I know is true. All right, let me get some predictions up. M4 Productions is from Albania in the building. Bad Nasher said, do you like Simon Jordan? I do a bit, you know. I like anyone that can back up what they say, and he can certainly back that up. Certainly back that up. Oh my God, you've been around for ages. James Locke says, I remember the days of you having the Tyler work in your house in the green chair in the park. Jesus Christ, that's a long time ago. That is a long time ago. Man, you've been around for a bit, brother. Thank you for sticking around as well. Thank you. All right. 2 secs, peeps. Who's doing the ring first? Liam Smith walking first. Does he look nervous? You know what? You know when people say, of course they're going to be nervous. As confident as you can be, you're going to be nervous. But I look at the team he's got behind him. Paul, Stephen, Joe McNally, Callum. Solid team. Solid team. Big fight, the biggest fight of his life. Canelo was a bigger fight, but the biggest fight in terms of this stage of his life, 34. You get smashed to pieces. It's a long way back. You win, jackpot. Bloody jackpot. So he's going to be nervous. I don't mind the outfit. It's got a bit of pink. But yeah, this is a fantastic fight. It really is. I love this as well, by the way. Ring walks now, when the ring walks are by themselves. Now, I'm not being a bit of a company man, but the Zone done that first. It's a bit, I don't like the idea when your whole team walks with you. I like the idea of the team just go, you do that ring walk. By the way, this ring walk is really long. Really, really long from the changing rooms to the start of the arena. Now, he's still walking. You know how long this walk is? He is still walking. Does look a bit nervous. Now he's starting to jog. He's like, you know, enough of this walking shit. This walk is ridiculous, by the way. Didn't realize it was this long. What's he got on the back of his Daria Riva? Who's that on the back of his top? Right, here we go. Liam Smith. Wow. This is the good thing as well about the dark lights. Phone just light it up and it looks incredible. Liam Smith coming out to fire and pyrotechnics. Big fight, Phil, this. Big fight, Phil. Guys, girls, don't forget, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Do me a favor, please, as you're here, give this a like as well. Liam Smith just making the ring walk now. I'm guessing he's going to have the majority of the fans. Obviously, Manchester to Liverpool's not far at all. And the thing is about Chris Eubank, I don't know if Chris Eubank has a lot of fans, but he's got a lot of people that want to watch him lose, so they just turn up to watch him lose. But I think this is going to be very much a Liam Smith crowd. Very much. Liam Smith's almost grown to be a big name in British boxing, right? I never thought he would get here and he has got there, and credit to him for getting there as well. Here we go, making the ring walk now. Good luck to Liam, man. Good luck to Liam. This is a big fight, boy. Jeez, I'm getting that feeling in my stomach when a big fight happens. Here he is, Liam on the apron. You know I'm gonna get excited for when Chris does that jump rope. When he jumps that top rope, Jesus Christ, it's gonna be good. Well, I thought Liam was gonna jump it for a second. Liam Smith in the ring, confident. That's nice. A little touch from Callie Sowland. Obviously, look, Callie is Team Eubank here, but it's good. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. All right, let's see this Eubank ring walk. You know, I'm watching this, and all I can think about was how special Eubank Ben would have been, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, 1,600 of you in the stream. Again, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up if you are appreciating what you're watching. If not, don't do anything. But also, please, hit that subscribe button for me, please. It's really important. We are trying to get to 40,000 subscribers in a month. I think we'll get there as well. I think we will. Smith is pumped. Liam Smith is really pumped. This is going to be something special. I hope it's not a blowout. I hope it's not dull, boring. Some fights you get really pumped up for and they let you down. I don't think this will be a letdown. It can't be a letdown. It can't be. It can't be. It's a fight that a year ago, no one predicted this. No one would have even thought this was going to happen. Liam Smith versus Chris Eubank. No, not at all. It's where big fights can be made and can be made quickly. They're showing Chris Eubank here with the footage. Seb Eubank in the background as well. A nice photo of him. Obviously, his brother that passed away, July 2021, I think it was. Yeah. It's a shame that we haven't seen any part of Senior in this build-up. I hope that Senior's around. I know even during the build-up for Eubank versus Ben, that Senior just didn't want a part of it. And it might have been because of the issue with Conor Ben. I'm not quite sure, but he didn't seem to want a part of it. They're now knocking on the door for Chris Eubank. This is almost like the old school Mike Tyson. They're saying to Chris, come on, what are you doing? But they're knocking on the door again. The camera's just going to go in. Here he goes. Chris Eubank now comes out. He looks confident. He just got that about him, though. Roy Jones Jr. flanking one side. There's a big black guy on the end. He's a good friend of mine, Napa. Lives out in Dubai now. Does a lot of work with companies out in Dubai. He's been around Chris Eubank from a long time. Used to be around Ahara Davis as well. Yeah. Chris also looking a bit, I wouldn't say nervous, but look, I think both of these guys know what's at stake here. What's at stake and how, you know, how important this fight is for both of their careers. It's a very, very big fight. I'd love to know what Chris weighs ring time fight night. He doesn't look the biggest. Even looking at him here, he doesn't look like he puts on that much. I'd say Chris is around 170, 10 pounds. I'd say Liam probably puts on a bit more. I think it's important for Chris to stay light. I don't think Chris should be heavy. Again, they're both doing this really, really long ring walk. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, this ring walk. It's kind of ring walk I'll do with headphones. That's how long it is. Far too long. Far too long. It is what it is, though. I've been to that arena. I've worked in that arena. It is the change rooms are too far from the arena, I think. But it is. Is Chris going to have the same kind of entrance he has? We are close. We are close, people. It is nearly showtime. I can't hear it because I've turned it down because of copyright. But I'm guessing there's booze. I'm guessing there's booze. I think he feeds off that. I don't think he minds that at all, Chris. I actually think he loves that. These new 8K, 6K camera qualities look really good. Almost makes you feel like you're there. It's really interesting. Chris close to the ring now. Here we go. Here we go. Does he do the jump? Does he jump? Of course he does. He has to. He's looking at the crowd. This is fantastic. I love it. Oh God, I love it. I do love Chris Eubank Jr. He is a villain, and he loves it. Let's see if he jumps the rope. Of course he jumps the rope. Does the little oh man. America need to see Chris in a big fight. Like, I need to see Chris Jamal Charlo. I do, just because of how different they are. Oh, incredible. Nearly 2,000 of you in the chat, in the stream. Apologies. If you can, please hit the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is what we do for all the big fights. We do live watch-alongs. And we are going to do a Sunday session live tomorrow in reaction to this fight as well and everything that's happened during the week. Don't forget, the next live we're going to do is next week, Saturday, the big one, Beterbiev versus Yard, which you're going to have the same feeling for that fight as you do for this one. Both of the guys now in the ring. Both of them look relaxed. Both of them know this is gonna hurt. They go to war. Quickly. Let me quickly see if I can get some predictions in that you guys have wrote down. So many comments. Like, I apologize, guys, that I couldn't get to all the comments, but here we go. Karma, Serene, Eubank Jr. points. Enor Alaustus, I think it is Smith points. Too clever for Eubank. Wayne Sill, Eubank 11th. Interesting. Ashish Mulji, Eubank Jr. KO in either round 6 or 7. Ramanathan, Smith points. 2-6. Sean Lynch, Eubank KO 9. Mohammed LaRusso, Eubank winning by 1-2 rounds at working limb. Okay, so you say I'm winning by the fight by a couple rounds. I get you. Ryan Donnelly Boxing says finally settled on Eubank to win KO in the 7th via uppercut. Geez, you've even picked a punch. Richard Schneider, Eubank TKO KO. Gabriel Martinez, Eubank Jr. in the 9th round TKO or KO. I think you're supposed to say as well. A couple more we'll read out. Isaac Jameson, Eubank 8th. A lot of people saying Eubank. Everyone's flipped to Eubank. Ross Hampton, Eubank. Tyrion Stark, Eubank. I'm not just picking these out. These are in order. Okay, here we got Smith one. Lewis Roberts, Smith points to Pride of Liverpool. Very interesting. Shoe Sniffer, apologies. Eubank wins on cuts in round 6. Yes, Smith does cut to the side of his eyes quite a bit. I've never seen him get cut over the sort of the bridge of his eye, so I think it'll be okay if it's on the side. So I think I'll be surprised if it gets stopped on cuts. Smith is a better fighter, hands down. Yeah, doesn't always win though. Doesn't always mean you're gonna win. Ves Pitterman 19, Eubank points. What's this one? Boss levels, Eubank 8th or 9th. They're just reading that Chris Eubank's resume now. 34 fights. He's won 32 of them. Obviously, the only losses George Groves and Billy Joe Saunders. Wayne Sill, Eubank 11th, KO. 1-2 trial 2-1. Eubank wins majority decision. 114, 114, 115, 113, 118, 110. Jesus Christ. Those are really skewed scorecards there. What's this one? McGonsey, Smith win by KO in the 5th. Gary Gavhall, Eubank my majority. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to commentate on this one. Both men are in the center of the ring. Eubank does look a bit bigger. For me. Obviously, Smith, a career 154-pounder. Eubank has fought as high as 168. But what was the weight cut like for Eubank to get down to 160? Look, he was going to go lower for Ben, but we'll see how this one goes. Very excited about this one. Very, very excited about it. Here we go. Eubank versus Smith. Smith still looks very lean as well. I don't think he's put on much weight either since the weigh-in. I think both of these guys will probably be around the 170 mark. Here we go. Very, very first round. Let's see. Eubank always starts fast with that jab. He looked a lot bigger than Smith, by the way. A lot bigger. Even like taller as well. But Smith does crouch down. And let's see. Smith with a high guard. Eubank doing that jab. Eubank's got that kind of lazy left hand, which is very sharp. Kind of throws his punch from the waist, doesn't he? From the hip. Eubank starting with a couple of jabs, nothing connected yet, but that's how we start in his fight. Smith starting how Smith always starts, which I think is having a look. Some say slow. I say he just has a look. He has a look for the first couple of rounds, and then he starts to go through the gears. But he can't let Eubank get out to a lead here. Eubank on the back foot. This will be interesting. They're clinching now. It's going to be interesting to see who feels like they're the stronger in this clinch. Referee breaks him up straight away. That's interesting. He's not going to let them play inside. Smith trying to go to the body of Eubank, talking to him as well. Tries to dig to the body again. Has a little word to him as well. I don't know what he's saying. A minute gone already in round number 1. Let's see what's going on here. Not much. Eubank throwing a jab. Very loose with his hands. Throwing another jab. Loose with the hands. Hasn't thrown that right hand at all yet, Eubank. Just standing up. Oh, Eubank got caught there, though. Nice right hand by Liam Smith. Definitely caught Eubank. Eubank smiled, but you know what? That means it caught you. Best punch of the round so far from Smith. He's got that high guard. He's got the high guard, but then, you know what it is? Because he's got that high guard, you don't really see what punch he's going to throw. It's very tight with it. But that was a good right hand from Liam Smith. Look. It's a scoring punch. It isn't going to knock out or knock down Eubank. Eubank's chin is fucking made of something different, but good scoring punch. Let's see. Eubank again throwing that jab. Hasn't thrown that right hand. Hasn't thrown that right hand. Tries to go for the uppercut now. Tries to throw. Eubank, when he does throw, when he lets go, his hands go. He's very wild with his punches. Where Smith more technical. Very, very tight with his punches. So I always feel like because Eubank is so wild, he doesn't get much power into his punches. But I think this is a Smith round so far. Good jab there from Eubank on the back foot. Smith landed a nice little punch to the body as well. Eubank kind of looked like he nearly touched down there. Like his glove nearly touched down. It's because he went down, not because he was hurt, but, when he tries to really go low. 20 seconds left of round number 1. For me, a Smith round. Trying to see if I've got a pen. I need to write these rounds down, but Smith round for me. Smith round. Smith landed the better shots, the cleaner shots. Eubank's landed a couple of jabs, but it's Smith that's on the front foot and Smith that landed that big right hand. For me, that's enough to take the round. I thought Eubank would have started maybe a bit faster. He's a bit cautious here. I thought he would have started a bit faster. Good round for Smith. What's everyone saying? Because I'm having to scroll all the way down. There's that many comments have come in. Get rid of this guy. There's too many comments coming in. I can't even get down to where you guys are talking. But I thought Smith won that opening round. Eubank landed a good jab there. I didn't even see that. They showed it on a replay. He landed a good jab. But I thought Smith landed the better shots. Jesus Christ, I can't even get down to the comments, guys. Sorry, there's so many comments have come in. I can't even... I'm trying to scroll all the way to the bottom to see if I can get some comments so I can hear what you guys are saying. Someone told me to block the bot. What's the... Okay, let me block that. Yeah. All right, here we go. Round number 2. The bot has been blocked. Let's see if Chris Eubank can start a bit fast. I thought it was a fast round for Liam Smith. For me, a Smith round, but we'll see. Eubank trying to land the uppercut. Smith seeing what he's going to do. Eubank doesn't look great on his feet either. Doesn't look great on his feet. Oh, and that was better from Eubank. Landed a nice 1-2, then quickly darted out. That was better, a lot better. Eubank, he's spoken a lot in the last, 4 or 5 months. He's going to need to back that up. Obviously, he spoke a lot about Ben, and obviously I know this isn't Ben, but he's been very good at selling the fights. He's now got to deliver in the ring. Let's see. Smith landing. or at least Smith very aggressive in this first sort of opening rounds. Very, very aggressive. Referee having a word with both. Nothing wrong with that. It's a fight, ref. Let them go. A minute down in round number 2. Eubank a bit better in the opening minute of this, but Smith very, very aggressive as well. Again, high guard from Smith. Isn't playing around. Eubank, on the other hand, hands down, is getting caught, got caught again. He's got to put those hands up. I don't understand that hands down thing. I think Eubank already realizing this is maybe a bit tougher than we expected it to be. Or at least, well, I expected it to be this tough. Maybe he didn't. 1 minute 24 left of round number 2. Eubank jab to the body. Nothing in it really. More just a range finder, just to kind of maybe just to show Smith that he's trying to mix it up a little bit, but nothing in the jab. Smith just having a look, bobbing and weaving, avoiding Eubank's punches, not doing anything, but is staying off the center line, which is good. Eubank back into his corner, not doing anything. Throwing a jab, nothing much. Nice little right hand there from Eubank. Glanced ahead of Liam Smith. Smith responds back with a nice jab up top. Smith overhand right. They clinch again. Smith's putting his glove in the face of Eubank. Eubank's like, ref, come on. Referee splits them up. 45 seconds to go of round number 2. Smith will want to make this dirty. Eubank is going to want to keep this at distance. Eubank does look a lot bigger than Smith. Eubank needs to start throwing that right hand. He lands it now. He's landed a couple of right hands there. Good shots from Smith, from Eubank, apologies, off the ropes. Probably his best work. Nothing landed clean, but that's more like it. 3s and 4s. He's not going to do this with single shots. Nice little uppercut inside from Smith. Almost to the chest of Eubank. Eubank on the back foot, retreating. 10 seconds to go of round number 2. Is it enough for Eubank to win this round? I'm not quite sure. It's a close round. Good round for Eubank. No, good round for Smith. Both having success. And this is starting to catch fire a little bit. Good round. Good round for both. All right, here we are. Okay. Chaz Chili says round 2 Eubank. Not sure. Gillian Davison says, come on, Eubank. What's this one? A Big A says, Eubank is a punk. I want Smith to humiliate him. Jeez. James Kadir says, I wonder if Eubank has started his career with Jones, how far he would have gone. Don't know. I don't know how good trainer Roy Jones is. I mean, there's not like there's a student out there that we can say Roy Jones has trained that person and that person's gone on to be world champion. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. 2 secs. Avalar's got it 1 apiece. Great gun. Smith's up 2 rounds already. 2020 Vision says Smith 2 up as well. Here we go. Round number 3. Eubank trying to throw an uppercut. That's a punch that's had success for him with other fighters in the past. Maybe fighters that are not as smart and as cute as Liam Smith. Maybe that's the issue here. By the way, Liam Smith will do this for 12 rounds. What he's doing right now, he will do for 12 rounds. Eubank, I know, slows down the second half of the fight. Maybe that's why Eubank hasn't started as fast as he normally starts, because he's probably thinking, I need to save something for the second half, because we are going to the second half. Maybe, I don't know. But I will say this, though. I predicted Eubank would win the first 5 or 6 rounds, or at least 4 of those rounds. He hasn't done that. Smith will get better as the fight goes on. Maybe Eubank needs to start winning these early rounds to bank them. Let's see what Eubank can do. A minute gone already in round number 3. Smith is fighting dirty and doesn't care. Hitting Eubank on the back of the head, honestly, doing anything he can. A big swing and a miss as well from Eubank, by the way, which was awful. Technically, Eubank he should have made improvements on his technique, and he hasn't for me. He throws a jab now. Eubank jab again from Eubank. Good jabs. This is more like it. 3-4 good jabs. This is better. Another jab. Hasn't thrown the right hand, but the jabs are in really. What he does with the jabs is that at least it means that Liam's not coming onto him, and it's good. It's good work from Eubank. And it's good work off the ropes. Hasn't landed anything significant, but I feel like he's controlling the pace of the fight by what he's doing. Jab from Eubank again. No right hands at all. Smith not really engaging. Smith, I don't know if Smith has something. Oh, good right hand from Smith over the top. Had a look, really had a look, and then bang. Good right hand, good jabs from Eubank. Again, not really scoring shots, but for the judges, it looks like he's doing something. Hasn't thrown that right hand at all, Eubank. Just jab, jab, jab. Hopefully he's not injured that right. I don't want to hear any excuse about I've hurt my right hand. He tries to throw the uppercut now with the right hand, so he is throwing it, but just not as frequently as. Oh, good uppercut from Eubank there. I think Smith felt that one a little bit. Good uppercut. Another good uppercut from Eubank. Starting to let his hands go a little bit. Another uppercut from Eubank. I don't know if these are getting through or Smith blocking them, but Eubank started to get a bit uppercut happy there. 12 seconds left of round number 3. Better round from Eubank. Landed a nice little cuffing right hand. Uppercut. That one hurt. That one hurt Smith. His legs buckled a little bit. That right uppercut was good. Best punch of the fight for Eubank. He's going to like that. He needs more of it, but that was a good uppercut from Eubank. Yeah, good round. 2-1. I think 2-1. 2-1 Eubank. I think Eubank won the second round. I don't know. Chad Chitty's got it 1-2 Eubank. Yeah. West Mids, little nonce, kick him out of West Mids. Okay, I'll find him. Don't worry. Sam JH, will Eubank lose? I got too much money in this and I don't know anything. Jesus Christ. Where are we? Lewis Roberts says it's 2-1 Smith. See, people like 2-1 Smith, 2-1 Junior, 2-1 Junior. Jesus Christ. Let me see the uppercut. They're going to show the uppercut again. Good jab. They're showing a jab there from Eubank. Let's see the uppercut. I think one of the uppercuts landed. That's the one that landed. Yeah, that was a good uppercut from Eubank. Really good uppercut. Close fight. Very, very close fight so far, as we expected it to be. All right, here we go. Round number 4. These rounds seem like they're flying, by the way. Let's see what Eubank's got. The viewers at home have it. Well, they got it a draw. They've got round 2 even, which is very rare. You don't normally see that. So they got it a draw so far. 1 round each, 1 round even. Makes sense, I guess. Round 2 was really, really close. Eubank tries the uppercut again, telegraphs it, so obvious. Like Smith isn't that silly to get caught with that same shot again, surely not. More aggression here from Smith, who's really digging in to Eubank on the ropes. He's really digging in. Eubank down! Eubank down! Oh my God, Eubank's gone! Eubank down! He's gone! Eubank's gone! Smith's going to knock him out. Smith is 100% about to knock Eubank out. He's gone. Eubank is gone. He's gone. Smith's going to knock him out. He's down again. Eubank. Oh my God. They've called it off. Ref's called it off. Why has he called it off? What's going on? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to say. I need to see the punch that put him down. Oh my God. People, don't know what to say. I'm not joking. I don't know what to say. Eubank has been knocked out in the 4th round. He's been knocked out by Liam Smith, who's not even considered a puncher in the 4th round. Gone. I don't know. I need to see it. I need to see it again. He didn't know where he was. Eubank is going to complain and say the fight shouldn't have been stopped. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know where he was. The referee stopped it. He didn't know where he was. Wow. Eubank goes over to Smith. I like that. Goes over to Smith and shakes his hand. Show me that again. Show me that again. Oh my God, everything's crumbled. Everything's crumbled. And people saying there'll be a rematch. No chance. What's the point? He's knocked out. He's knocked him out in the fourth round. Eubank and his boxing ability is just not there, is it? They can't box. Can't box. Like, how's he never been able to learn like this technique? What a win for Smith, by the way. Like, what a win for Smith. I can't believe that. I honestly can't believe that. That's an upset. An upset. It's not a big upset, but it's an upset. Are they going to show the bloody replays or what? I'm in shock. It's not often I go speechless. It's not often. Normally I can talk. I need to see the replay. I need to see the replay. For Eubank and his ego. You know what? That might be that for Eubank, you know? That might be that. Like Eubank has built up this you know, like especially the way in which he's been talking. That might be that. Oh, look at his eye. Look at his eyes all swat. Wow. Look, you guys seeing his eye here, by the way? I don't know if you guys are watching. His eye is literally, there's almost like a golf ball on his face. Wow. Wow. Imagine all that. I'll be 60%, 50%. I'll beat you. Oh, God. You know when you talk like that and lose? When you talk like that and lose, it's difficult. It's difficult. Well, I can't believe Sky have yet to show a fucking replay. I need to see what happened in the corner. I need to see it. Mate. Okay, finally. Here we go. So Eubank in the corner. What happens? Gets caught with an uppercut. Smith comes in. What is it? What punch is it? I haven't really seen the punch. Oh my God, it's a beautiful uppercut. It's an uppercut. It's an uppercut that starts it all. And Smith throws an unbelievable uppercut, then a left hook. And Eubank's done. Jesus Christ. And remember, this is, oh my God. And he literally, oh, he's done. He's done. He's done. Referee could have stopped it there. He is walking into the referee and there's nothing left. This uppercut is stunning. Takes his head back from Smith, and then Smith follows up with a right hand, then a left hook, bang. And it's that left hook which causes all the cheekbone to swell up. Yeah, Smith knows it's done then. Let me see the stoppage. Then Smith lands a big right hand, another left hook, and then he just punches. Eubank goes down again. Was the referee right to stop this? Let's have a look. Yeah. Eubank falls into the referee. Then Eubank doesn't know where he is. And then he wants to go and have a fight with Smith. He's all over the place. He's all over the place. Yeah, he's done. He's done. Jesus Christ, man. Wow. I didn't. Nobody. Let me tell you this now. Nobody in the boxing industry saw that coming. No one. They're just showing it again. They're showing the second knockdown. It's more of an accumulation of punches from the first knockdown because there's not really anything clean. His legs are just still gone still. He's done. Wow, people, I am speechless. I am speechless. What a win for Liam Smith. Liam Smith has just fucked up a lot of plans for people. Honestly, he has ruined a lot of plans. Like Conor Ben Eubank ain't happening. Done. Eubank GGG, done. Munguia, done. Charlo, done. I think Eubank might retire. I don't think Eubank's fully invested or interested in boxing. And this is not me making excuses for him. I don't think he takes these things serious. I don't think so. I just got a phone call come through on my phone. I don't think he takes this stuff seriously. Wow. Wow. I speechless. Speechless, peeps. Speechless. Guys, 2,500 of you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, please, if you can as well. Thank you so much for all your comments. I'm going to do a quick wrap video now on the channel, and then we're going to do a Sunday session live tomorrow. Liam Smith has just stopped Chris Eubank Jr. All right, we're done anyway, guys. We're done. Peace and love to everyone. I'm in a state of shock here. I think Eubank's gonna retire. I think he's done. Fuck yeah, guys, girls. Peace and love. We're gonna do a quick rap video. Jesus Christ.